Test, test. Test, 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 test. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on. Let's go there. What's up, Jason? Let's just can't escape. Can you take me higher? Thanks, Jason. What's up, Kylie? What's up, Chrissy? What's up, Sharon? I'm honored. I'm honored. And yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, I uploaded a picture, video of my new scooter. It doesn't mean you can flood my inbox, but it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sick. I have 5 incisions on my abdomen. I'm 9 years sober, no pain meds. I'm dying. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear, Chrissy. 5 incisions on your. Oh my god. What's up with the knee gauze? What are you talking about? Guys, tap the screen. Let's get some people in here. We're at under 1,000 likes, y'all. I dare y'all to fix that. What up, Tans? Y'all who saw the Island Man birthday card today in the news? Who saw that? I seen it too. I did. Go there. Congress splinters into unlikely factions over looming government shutdown. Oh, yeah. Appeals court upholds the E. Jean Carroll case, y'all. Appeals court upholds it. Presidential immunity. Insane. Fear of losing the midterms is driving Trump's decisions. The one that suggests he sold somebody. Is that the one with like a redacted something in it? It's like one thing redacted. So many streams. I'm sorry, Kyle. This is the best stream though, so if that helps. What's up, Boots? What's up, Bag? Diana? Susie? The girls in the photo have their faces blacked out too. Woof. Are my parents proud of me? They are. My last birthday card says it. What's up, Marishka? What else did we miss in the news today? A political upset that should haunt Zoran Mamdani. Where's OG Pickles? Right there. Hello?
Hello?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Kind of.
Okay. What do you want to talk about? What do you like about Trump?
Oh no, I want to talk about how we send $310 billion to Israel.
Okay.
Why do we do that?
We're allies with Israel. While I don't love Israel, uh, I think their government is real bad. But
Well,
I
they're in our government. I mean, who owns CNN? Trump's dad's Jewish. Joe Biden was Jewish.
oh god,
Sorry, dope. Just the
oh god.
facts. Wake up, dope. Wake up.
You think there's a cabal of Jewish people running everything? Of like everything happening right now, that's what your take is. Good God. What's up, Buzzard?
What's going on? So I just wanted, this is a message for that guy, Kyle. There's so many streams. This is the best stream because I might appear. That's all.
Oh, tight.
Good. Good talking to you. Bye.
Yeah. One's in the chat to ban Buzzard. Herd Serenity. Damn. Democrats are now against gun control. What makes you say that, Tom? For the mentally ill, I think we are for that too. We don't like things without due process, though. That should terrify you. Is that what you're talking about? You guys like taking things before due process? Oh, are they saying that trans people shouldn't have guns? Is that what you're saying? Y'all are so simple-minded, if that's what that is. He's behind funny. Oh my god. Yeah. Tom, there's no pattern that trans people are more violent than any other group of people. That's just a bigotry, Tom. Yeah, it's just bigotry. White males are the most violent. Yeah. Yeah. There's no pattern indicating. If there's like, I think I saw something historically only for people that are trans have been the perpetrators of mass pew-pewing. And that does not account for 1% of our population. We would have a lot more than 4 incidents. But they will say it because it's very good political messaging. They will say it because bigots will eat that up. They label trans people as mentally ill. It's wild. No, gender dysphoria is not a mental illness. It's a condition. It's like saying we should stop people who get migraines or who have ADHD from having a weapon. Nothing about being trans makes you unsafe to have a pew pew. So you're painting them with a like very negative broad brush there. It's pretty bad. Here we are, telling y'all to critically think again. Stop being angry and belligerent. It's not a mental illness, and not all trans people have gender dysphoria. They're not mentally stable. Good Lord.
What's wrong with Trump? Why does Trump suck?
I think Trump is cultural heroin for this country.
He's doing great. He knows what a woman is.
I don't think so.
More these days than that.
I have proof he doesn't know what a woman is.
That's like a really high bar to meet these days, is to even understand what that is. So I mean,
I think you guys are disingenuous every single time you talk about that, because
by the standard that the liberals set, it's like that's like he's like a genius level guy.
Okay. So when he wrote an executive order saying that there's only two genders and that you are whatever gender you were conceived as, he made us all female. So he doesn't know what genders are because he legislated us all to be female.
So you have no understanding of basic biology, is what you're saying?
I guess I don't. Aren't we all born conceived female, and then we inherit the Y gene and grow the ovaries into testes?
We're conceived before we inherit the Y gene? Listen to what you're saying. You have no idea. You have no idea how chromosomes.
Yes.
How do we get our 23 pairs of chromosomes? If that's what
we half from our mother, half from our father.
Are we conceived before that happens or after that happens, sir?
My guy, I'm gonna have to Google this and show you what I'm talking about, aren't I? We're gonna have to teach. You came in here saying that I know what a woman is, and now I'm gonna have to teach you basic biology.
When do we get our full pair of chromosomes, before or after conception?
After is when we determine whether it's XX or XY.
At conception, right?
No.
We get our full pair.
No, it's after.
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no? At what very moment do you get all of your chromosomes? At the very moment of conception. You look back and you infer at when that happened. We know that happened at conception.
So in the embryo that has potential in the early stages of human development, this is after implantation, right? That's after, which is after conception, right?
No. Implantation is after
the embryo.
Conception.
So there you go. So after conception. So implantation, when the egg when the sperm fertilizes the egg, and the embryo has potential.
No, that's conception. No, you don't know what you're talking about.
What's implantation?
That's not that. That's not what that is. It's when the egg moves to the uterus. That's implantation.
Okay, both of those things happen after
no,
the point.
One happens after the other.
After the point of Trump's
one
legislation.
After the
Excuse me. The embryo also has a Y chromosome. A gene called SRY is activated. So yes, we obtain these things, but one is activated later on after conception. So we're all female, according to Trump, according to the people who think they know what women are.
No.
That's a good rebuttal.
We have our genetic makeup as at conception. That determines genetically what we are.
I think you're avoiding. I'm not. That does not contradict what I'm saying. You're just in denial.
We have bipotential pathways until you start expressing estrogens or androgens, and then one dissolves. So no, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, so you're just contesting something I'm not arguing. I'm saying at what point, in what stage of pregnancy does someone know whether or not their Y chromosome develops?
We're not talking about when somebody might know it. We're talking about when it happens.
When it happens, yeah. When
it
is
happens at conception.
No, it doesn't.
You fucking moron.
No, it doesn't.
What pair is the sex determining region on the chromosomal chain? What pair?
I don't know.
You have no fucking clue.
Do I have to know trivial stuff? You're gonna tell me what a woman is, and I can read you. Okay, I can read you. I could read you this legislation, and we'll talk about it.
23rd pair.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. That's the part you look at for the X or the Y.
Very good. None of this is mentioned in the executive order, so I don't know why this is relevant. I think you're just trying to make me look. You're making me look unqualified by talking about things that are trivial to this topic.
You have no clue what a female or a male is, or how to go about determining that.
Uh-huh.
You want to tell the class what a woman is?
Uh-huh. A woman is a adult human female. It could also be something experienced socially and psychologically?
Something or someone?
Womanhood could be a something that you can experience psychologically, right? Do you want to tell me what a woman is? What makes a woman?
It's simply an adult human female.
Okay. Are gender
If
and
you're
sex
saying
the
it's
same?
some sort of
Are-
social experience,
It is. It's
yes, they
it's
are.
a social
Do you think they're
construct.
different?
Do you
Do you
deny
think
it's a
sex
social
and gender are
construct?
distinct?
Yes, you just told me they are.
Do you think they're distinct?
Yes.
No, they're the same. I think they're the same.
That's cute. I know. And you're
Okay, cool.
you're
Then
gonna
give
come
me
up
a
here and tell me. All right. So is this a woman? Is this a
Give me
woman? It's a
definition of
female.
woman that doesn't include. Give me a definition of woman that doesn't include sex. Then go ahead.
Okay. Again, you said they're synonymous. They're not. The
can-
symmetry breaker would be that they're a social construct
that a
for
human?
humans.
Is
They're
that a
a
human?
social construct for
Is that a
humans.
human?
Correct. So that's
Is
the
that a
symmetry
human?
breaker, right? You just told me that they're not
Is that a
distinct.
human or a dog?
That's a dog. So you're just that's
said
that's
sex
where
and
we
gender are
delineate.
distinct. So
Uh-huh.
you said sex and gender are distinct. Give me a definition of woman that doesn't include sex.
You can use sex in a definition
So they're
and,
not
and it not
distinct.
be
So
the
you're
same.
anchoring.
You're saying
you're
you're saying
anchoring
that
woman.
you're saying that if
So
the
they're not
word
distinct.
if the definition contains things similar to
they
another word,
distinct or
are they
not?
similar? Are they similar? Yes, but no, they are
Are they
distinct.
distinct or not?
Yes, they are.
So in what way are they similar? Does the sex give gender
You
its
just
meaning?
told me that
Maybe
gender
it does
is for
in
you
your
just-
worldview.
Does gender only apply to humans? I mean, to does gender only apply to humans, like man, woman? You just said that, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay, is
No,
that a woman?
Yeah, anybody.
Is that a
can-
woman?
Every species. Yeah, but woman's not gender. You fucking moron. Keep tracking.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
tracking.
whatever.
I never said. That's under your worldview. You
Is
think
this-
woman's
is this a
gender
woman?
distinct from sex, not me.
Is this a woman?
Under your.
You
I don't
just
know what
told
that
me. You
define
told me it
woman
was for people. You told me man and woman was for people.
I never said for people. I
Yes,
said
you did.
Gender.
Do I need to go back
sex
and get it
are
real quick?
synonymous. That's what I.
You said they're synonymous? If I just
Yeah.
look this up and they're
Yeah.
not synonymous, I guess I win, right?
Well, when you're. Yeah, gender is. You're talking.
There you go. This is just AI overview. I'll pull up whatever you want, but sex and gender are not synonyms. There you go. If you just want to settle this, you can just pull up your source saying they're the same, and I'll read it.
My worldview. Right there.
Mhm.
So women would be development species and sex classifier. That's
Can
not
you
gender.
can you be born a woman? Can you be born a woman?
You can be born a girl? No, you can't be born a
Okay.
woman. You're an adult.
Weird. So at what stage does something change for male and female? You said that these are synonymous. Is there some sort of thing that happens when you're adult for male and female?
You're conflating concepts here.
Yeah, I know you are. You're conflating them. I'm helping
not
you
saying
get
that man and
distinction.
woman are
I'm
genders.
helping you distinct
You need to
the
stop
two.
presuming that.
You're not even fuck, I'm still waking up. You're not engaging what I'm saying, dude. Dude, Biden did start an infrastructure plan to roll
Genders.
they're trying to roll out broadband to all of the rednecks out there that voted for Trump. So bear with us, chat. Can you find me a good source yet? Or are you just saying that you're the source and I'm supposed to believe that and that I'm stupid for not knowing that? And that's why you voted for Trump? Hello? Okay. Yeah. I need to report him for who? Who needs broadband when you have Starlink? I have Starlink and it's absolutely horrible. I turned it off on the first month. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to hop in the box, come tell me why I like Trump. No friendlies yet. Adriana, I love you. No friendlies yet. Do we do prayer time yet? Ooh, soon. Yellow,
Hello.
are you over 18?
Yes,
Are you okay? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, what do you, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I actually came on here to thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think he's a really bad person and some people are very brainwashed over that. So, I just wanted to say thank you for speaking up for everyone.
Oh, well, thank you. Anytime.
Of course.
Anytime.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm going to let you down. Much
Thank
love.
you.
What's up, Michael?
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if you can hear me. Hello?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to send you some. I don't know if you can see it. Now, it's gonna go up to 400, and there's a reason I'm doing it, and I'll explain after. Can you wait till it hits 400, or you want me to talk now?
Did you just raid me?
I'm sorry?
Did you just raid me?
No, I am. Are you listening?
Yeah, you said 400?
Yeah. So, you want to wait till it hits 400, or because I can't tap and talk at the same time?
Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, just go ahead and tell me.
Okay, but I have to tap. Hold on, it's going. It's going to go to 400. I'll tell you why I'm going to do it, but I have to wait till it hits 400. Hold on. See, I have to keep tapping. And in the meantime, hold on. In the meantime, I'm going to go. I'm having a birthday party,
Nice.
and I want to know if you want to see a view from Newport Beach tomorrow. I'm going a day early, and before the other people arrive, and I want to know sometime tomorrow. I mean, you want to see a view of the beach while I talk to you? I mean, I don't know if people do that or not.
Sure, yeah, as long as you promise not to. I've had some people come up and reveal themselves recently, so I'm kind of
No, I know
scarred
what you're
by
talking
letting
about.
people.
But
Yeah.
you know I'm TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
So can you count? How many have
Yeah.
I sent so far? I'm losing track.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the roses. I have 18 and then 23
No, it's
and
much more. It's supposed to be-
61.
Okay, add it up. It has to be 400. So
We got
Keep-
70, 88, 100.
but you have to add the total. Don't you understand?
Yep. So
Okay, well,
we're at
let me-
130.
Oh, this is gonna take forever to get 400. Maybe I
Yeah.
should just keep 200 then.
Yeah.
Well, we'll stop at 200.
Okay.
Tell me when it gets to 200.
All right. You're at 28 out of
28
100.
what?
28 out of 100.
No, I just told you.
All right, I'm just saying
Tell
one.
me when the
Okay. Yeah.
total is when the total is 200.
I gotcha.
Okay, so it should be there by now.
Not yet. I think you got about. Oh, that's double. Okay. Sorry, it's scattered. I have to add them all up. I think you've got about 20 left.
Okay, goddamn. I mean, gosh darn. So 20 left. I'm only give you 200 because it's gonna take forever. I gotta
That
do
works.
things to do.
That's okay. I
Is that
appreciate you.
200?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, how many? Okay, so now let's talk business.
Okay.
Now I want to explain why I set those 200, even though I want to do 400, but it takes too long. Now, am I the title gifter right now? Yes or no? Go.
I can't tell.
Oh my God. Well, I think I am. Let me see on this end.
Yeah, you are title gifter.
Okay, so anyways, we're celebrating my birthday with 7 people in Newport Beach, and I want to go tomorrow. I'm gonna go early, a day ahead of time. I like to scope it out. I like to be by myself because when people come, they disrupt my business. So I'm gonna go on a ledge of a hotel, whatever, and I want to film it and come up and talk to you. I want to show your viewers this beautiful view. I don't do anything TikTok nefarious show stuff. It's just nature. If you have a problem with the beach, then we have a problem. So, but I'm saying my time schedule is probably different from you. It will be approximately 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I think you're different standard time.
Central. Yeah.
So
I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
So see, you're not up here at 9 o'clock, so we'll miss it.
I might be.
But or we could reschedule, and I could do it in the daytime and show you this beautiful view of Capri, Italy.
Oh wow.
It's Laguna. Well, hold on. Let me explain something. It's Laguna Beach, but it looks identical to Capri, Italy. So I could probably squeeze that in time-wise on Friday. However, if I'm going to come up and look for you on tomorrow, and I'll see if you're up, and if you're up, you pull me up, put me on the big screen, and I'm going to show people the most beautiful view of Newport Beach, California. And I could talk to you because
Cool.
people, they like to hear me talk sometimes.
For sure.
I'm independent. I voted for Trump. Everybody hates me, but I'm independent now. I'm looking at both sides now. Trump is not doing too good. But the reason I came up here because you're cool. Normally people
you.
drop me. They say I'm crazy. They drop me. But right now I'm calm. Sometimes I have, adult beverages. Right now I'm calm, and you let me up. I appreciate it. Normally people don't let me up. One time, the first time I came up here, I gave you a bad time, but I apologized. Some
okay.
people change. Okay, so if I'm okay, I'll let you go now because I go on forever. You're cool. I mean, you're a good person. You have a good soul, and I can see that in
I
your
appreciate
eyes.
that. Thank you.
But you have different glasses on today. You throw me off with your different glasses.
Gotta change it up.
How many pairs do you have?
Just 2.
But you have I have 5 pairs. You know those one pair of sunglasses that you look cool, right? You have one pair that's your favorite, correct?
Oh yeah.
So is that your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing before I go.
Uh-huh.
I want to recommend your headphones. Now, the best headphones are Bose headphones. Do you agree?
I like Bose. I use SteelSeries because I'm very techie and I like what they do. There's a lot of stuff I need on the techie side from my headphones.
What do I see when I do podcasts? It's just through my audio's through my phone. How do I get set up like you with a nice microphone so they can hear me clearer? They can hear the music better. Do you have to have a microphone like you?
Yeah.
I have one that you plug into your phone and it has a little fuzzy thing you put on your lapel. Do those work?
I have a whole setup here.
Yeah, that's expensive. Oh yeah, that's a lot of money. Whoa. But you know what? I don't mean to get too personal, but do you do this as a business or is this like a side job for TikTok or is it your whole business?
It's just it's the only thing I do for income.
You know what? I don't find it hard, but I can't imagine how someone could have a whole business just on TikTok. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing. I'm glad you could do that because people say I have enough where I could start doing this stuff. Not make money, but it's when you have you're a big guy. I only have 10,000. I'm just a little kid, little guy. But I mean, I like doing this. But you do it in a professional way. I'm more chaotic, and people seem to like chaotic sometimes. Anytime I do it live, I go to an ocean. Last night I was on a mountaintop filming downtown LA at 2 a.m. People go, "That's unusual." I say, "No, what's unusual about it?" And I also sing songs. So I'm singing, showing downtown LA or a beach, and people seem to like that. I'm not saying I have the greatest voice. I know you want me to sing now, right?
No, I was gonna say I have another debate in the box, so I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Sometimes people say I talk too much. Anyways, I'll try to show you a good view when I'm on vacation. Okay.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
No, next time we can talk politics.
All right. Happy birthday, my man.
Hey, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care. God bless.
You too. Hello.
Hey,
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
What do you like about Trump?
I'd just like to come up here more than Trump to say you're one of the more professional people that I've ever seen on the left side. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I wish we could go back to the Clinton era where left and right was a whole lot closer to the middle than it is today. You know,
this is what I'll say. I hate to rain on this because you know this was. I feel like you're being very nice, but this is what I'll say. I think Trump has a lot to do with us being divided, and this is why. I think if you just look at his holiday posts, if you look at his tweets, you know, we are the radical left. We are the enemy from within. We have abortions 2 weeks after birth. We want the country flooded with illegal aliens. We want crime high. We want high taxes. Like this is how he wants y'all to see us. And I just feel like that's not a thing if we keep doing the like Trump stuff.
oh, I understand that, but you realize none of that matters to most of his voters, correct?
I don't know if I mean that's not good, right? Because like on the left, we have to digest that as a society.
Oh, I understand, but most of where you've lost everybody is when you get in the transgender, the homosexual, when you get everything else with men and women's sports and everything. You've got that base across the whole United States, and that's where you lose people. Where we're like, you know,
this is what I'll say to that. None of us are doing anything politically for that. We are not pushing it. We're not legislating things into existence and shoving it down y'all's throat. This is just something that is a wedge issue that maybe right-wing think tanks found would give y'all a knee-jerk reaction. We do have to come out and defend these minority groups now, but this isn't us. If you could just name one politician who's pushing gay stuff, I would love to know.
No, it's not a politician. What I'm saying is, you know, I could care less. But I mean, you know, I'm 60 years old, so I remember back in the day, 15 years ago, just leave us alone in our bedroom, which I'm cool with that. But now, you know, if I disagree or I mispronoun you, I'm a bigot. So I mean, that's where we have a, you know, we have a
I think socially, I don't know. This has become a wedge issue. I don't think any of us are trying to make y'all do anything. I think like a lot of us are trying to be polite to those people in those communities. If somebody has preferred pronouns, and the reason they ask these things is because they have levels of distress when they are misgendered. Just as if you were made to like walk through Walmart today wearing your wife's lingerie, you would feel the same way as they do at any given moment. And when somebody were to come up to you in that Walmart and call you ma'am, it might set you off.
Yeah, but there's a point where we have to take reality into your hand. You know, I'm sorry. You're either a man or you're a woman. There's no in between, and you know that as well as I do.
That's not true. Scientifically, medically, nobody thinks that. That's not true. That's what politicians say. But if you just look at it, sex is bimodal, gender is bimodal. Gender is a social construct. There's no
that's
anybody
new. That's
will say
invented.
this.
But that's invented. That's new.
All things
and you
are
know
invented.
As well as I do. But I mean, so if we did that and you can't procreate, you're against nature. Let's just leave God and everything outside.
This happens in nature.
You can't procreate, okay. So, but if everybody went homo, we'd die.
It's not a choice. Did you decide to be straight?
I'm just saying we have. But do you agree that if everybody was homosexual, the human race would die?
Okay, sure, yes, but that would never happen. We're
saying,
roughly 11% of our community is like LGBTQ.
Oh, I know.
And that's what it is in every species. There's like 1,500 different species of animals on Earth. They all exhibit the same behaviors, and they didn't do it because, you know, we make it look cool.
I'm not saying that, but I mean, you gotta admit though, in the last 10 to 15 years, I mean, we're cool. I mean, like I said, most people could care less, but you can't come up and just because somebody might disagree with your opinion, it doesn't mean that you're a bigot or you're a racist.
Well, the
Just
things
because
you started to
I
say,
disagree.
I feel like I can tell your opinions on these things might be like a little undeveloped. You know, like the
Well, I'm
the
old school,
messaging
so possibly, you know.
the messaging that they feed y'all is that trans people are mentally ill and that we're pushing this stuff. And what I would say is that we're not. We're helping this become more socially acceptable so that they don't unalive themselves so goddamn much, because that's what they do.
Oh, I understand. You know, and again, you know, if more people were like you and could have a conversation versus just jumping on here like most people do, it would be a lot better.
Yeah.
So, hey, I appreciate it.
No problem, dude. Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Yep. All right.
All right.
Hey.
Take it easy, man.
All right, bye.
Someone on YouTube said it. He's talking about when gay people would just stay in the closet. And with all due respect, I think that's the truth. 20, 30 years ago, like my dad, his dad used to tease the shit out of him because my dad was slightly feminine. Like he's a like big, huge, built like a shit brick house is what my mom says. He's huge in construction his whole life. And my grandpa would always be like, "Oh, you're a sissy boy," and all this stuff. My dad liked to dance, and now he doesn't. He was shamed out of it. But I feel like you would see that in a lot of cases even worse. You would see like people like gay was an actual insult for decades. Just calling someone gay, and we're having to deconstruct that as a society. And what it looks like for some people is us just loving gay people and praising it. And while I say it is great, I don't think your sexual orientation is good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just, it is what it is. And you can't demonize it. You can't say, oh, the world could end if we all go gay. We do have science. We have IVF. Someone said in the comments, it's not a legitimate thing. It's not going to happen in your lifetime. We are going to die from climate change before any of that happens. And y'all don't even believe that's true. Hello.
Hey man, how's it going?
Doing good. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I am.
What do you like about Trump?
I like the fact that he purports Christianity.
Purports it? Doesn't he do a really bad job?
He himself sucks at it, but he talks about it enough for me to care.
It's a pretty low bar, man.
Well, I mean, well, if you take it from my perspective, right? If we're talking about saving people, the more we're talking about saving people, it's obviously going to be more fruitful.
Not really, not this year. Trump cutting USAID will result in about 3 million or 4 million people dying.
Wasn't he also the person who passed the Religious Freedoms Act?
Sure, but he's also now walking around with a federal Christian Christian bias task force that's led by the televangelist who charges $1,000 for prayers.
So what's wrong with the anti-Christian bias task force?
Because we would love some separation of church and state. The United States year by year is becoming less and less Christian, and I think it's a good thing. And I don't think that imposing laws on the nation that half of which is not Christian would be good.
I think, yeah, I'd have to disagree with you. I would say like separation of church and state just kind of seems idiotic to me. It's a less rational position to hold.
Why would you say that?
I mean, you're excluding a variable that could be the quote-unquote conclusion.
The conclusion?
Yeah, so if I give you, hold on, I'll just give you like the analogy that I give to every liberal. If I give you this, right, and I say grass comes from seeds, and you're like, I get that, right, I get that. And I tell somebody else, like, grass comes from God, right? They understand grass comes from God, but they don't understand grass comes from seeds, right? Now, I'm not saying that, like, I'm just trying to, like, dumb it down to absurdity to illustrate a point. But here's what I'm saying, right? If we can relate some sort of Christian code of ethics inside of some sort of legislative law, and I think that we ought to do it if it provides more fruitful outcomes.
Well, we've seen that's not the case. So we can just look at the Bible Belt and how y'all fare with all of these things. It's like the capital of teen pregnancy, divorce rates, crime, school shootings. You guys are horrible with the economy.
To school shootings?
Yeah, I would just say that it's possibly just the absence of, I don't know, talking about reality. This is what I say. Like, same thing with teen pregnancy. So like the lack of sex ed leads to teen pregnancy. Christians fetishize sex, so it leaves people in that religion uneducated, and kids, for instance, wouldn't learn good touch, bad touch at an early age, and then they're more likely to be bad touched in a church. It's just the math. It's the data, and like, it leads to all sorts of bad outcomes. So while y'all say y'all have high morality, the Bible itself would be impossible to legislate, because in the eyes of God, all sins are the same. So we would put everybody to death for stealing a stick of gum.
Yeah, you just gave me a bunch of, like, literally a bunch of non sequiturs to any point that I just stated, right? If I give you 3 variables and you automatically exclude, like, if I gave you a test, right? If you sat down in front of a teacher and she gave you a test, and it was 10 multiple choice questions, A through C, A through D, A, B, C, and D, and you just automatically said, I'm never going to pick D, you're excluding a variable that could provide you an answer to your question. Now, when you go inside of the church and state, you say, hey, you know what? Christianity could be totally bad. I don't necessarily disagree with you, right? But what I'm saying is that he is enacting some sort of provision to say, hey, you know what? We're not going to exclude a variable that could be an answer to the question.
Do you know why they left? Do you know why they left and came to America? You know why we fought for
nothing to what I'm saying, bro.
It is.
Yeah,
because they tried the church and state thing, right? And they wanted to escape the persecution of the church in England. And the very first thing they thought of when they wrote down the Bill of Rights, they're like, the very first sentence, it says, Congress shall pass no law respecting any religion, because they know how bad that went. We're not going to forget that. It's only been a couple hundred years. You guys are just really hopeful to call back at Christianity.
Yeah, you remember when you were talking to the last guy and you said, like, that would have worked like maybe 30 years ago if we were just going to shame a bunch of homosexuals? I would say to you, like, yeah, separation of church and state was probably not fruitful like 200 years ago. I mean, they probably had the brains of like a mustard seed. And I think that we have more of like an intellectual society who's maybe like, you know.
Yeah, we water down the Bible more. Yeah, we literally just start watering it down to reflect our own morals in society for the most part.
There you go.
That's all you do. So we don't use the Bible for our morality. Y'all just think you do. You're literally using your morality to perceive the Bible.
No, you're not wrong, and I don't disagree with that. And I'm not saying that's completely wrong. What I'm stating is that if I'm going to water down the Bible and if I'm going to use it as a tool and an instrument to reflect my own morality, whether it be through the Bible or not, it is still a tool and it is still an instrument and it is still a framework.
Can you show me where rape is or slavery is sworn by God to be like something wrong you shouldn't do? Can you show me where they say that?
Inside of the you're still giving me a bunch of non sequiturs.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking you a question. This is in the line of thinking. Can you show me where they say that?
I reject the question because it's a non sequitur. I'm rejecting the question.
Well, this is what I'll say to that is that, it's nowhere in the Bible that says we shouldn't do that. So how would we ever have gotten this far if we didn't throw the Bible away when we started making laws?
Yeah, you could easily just say that, and I could easily just say that we watered down the Bible. It doesn't matter what you say.
It's still the same Bible. You guys just literally look at it. Bible, you're like, I don't like this part where they tell me to cut my son's tongue out when he talks bad about me.
Cool,
I don't like this part. I don't like. Yeah, exactly. But you guys will, at any given moment, first of all, it just pushes. It's called like I'm going to call it the holy creep, right? If you play video games, there's a thing called power creep. But every election, after we elect somebody and we start saying we're a religious nation, it's going to be a contest to whoever's more holier. And somehow people like Trump will still win. and he will be the holiest man, even though he's the worst person on earth. He just sells it to you that he is. And y'all don't give a fuck. You really don't care. But they will start saying things like women don't belong, speaking up in church. They belong back in the house. They're already saying that. They're already pushing back on gay marriage. You look at Iran and what happened after they did that. They went from people they dressed like me to people wearing
like
robes
I said, you're
and
listing
shit.
off a bunch of things that I don't already not agree. I don't agree with these things, and you keep listing off of things that I don't agree with. It still doesn't take away from the point.
These are all things that lead to that.
No, yeah, I mean, it still doesn't take away from the point, right? If we're going to use a tool and an instrument that could lead to more fruitful outcomes, then we probably use that instrument. Now, not what I'm saying is Is that I'm not saying that we have to use this
Show me a
internet.
society where you find this like is giving you a hunch that we should try
Okay,
this. Is there a
so
society we
like
can look at?
so yeah, I can give you a case, right? So like say like hey, they're passing something in a law, and then they're trying to figure out whether they should pass this thing in a law or legislation, and they're like, you know what? Inside of the Bible, it's just to be loving of thy neighbor, and I don't think that's really like that wrong. But I think the only reason why I thought of that is because I read the Bible, and that I'm not separating church and state here, but I'm using something from a church, and I think this
Yeah.
could lead to more fruitful outcomes. So we probably
Here's
ought to use it. But you
here's
don't
where
want that though. You don't want to
here's
be loving of thy neighbor.
I love that example, right? So your side is you're more likely to be Christian if you vote Republican, right?
You're more likely to be Christian if you voted Republican, yeah.
So, which side gives poor kids school lunches? Is it my side or your side?
Who funds that?
Us.
I mean,
Democrat
yeah,
cities fund 70% of the country's GDP, so us too.
yeah, but all right, whatever you want to say. I mean,
Okay.
if you look at it,
How do you feel about Trump ripping 12 million people off of their health care?
I think are you talking about in the big beautiful bill where the provision said that you had to
Yeah.
work this set amount of hours?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's not
think
the only
increasing the
provision.
qualifications.
Only
I think
30% of people on that program are unemployed. So we're only talking about 30% of that 12 million that got ripped off.
yeah, I think increasing the qualifications to get government assistance leads to incentivizing people to work more.
That's
I didn't know if
beautiful.
you
I love that. But we're the richest country on earth. And what you're doing is we're forecasting 11,000 people to die because of this. And you guys are just saying these things. Every time we go to help people out, your side pushes back. And we're the only ones doing this, loving our neighbors. We're the only ones who do this.
Yeah, well, I agree, but like I said, it's the less rational position to hold. You just gave me a bunch of
You
nonsense.
just told me that the Bible would lead y'all to believe in loving thy neighbor and helping their neighbor out. Where can you show me where that's happened in the past on your side?
Okay, cool. Yeah, who's to say a Democrat would not get the idea from the Bible and therefore pass into legislation?
They probably wouldn't. I think that what I do is look at Christians who say this, and I get very turned off by Christians, and I'm even more motivated to be a better person because y'all are such hypocrites.
We're such hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite, right? Like
Yes.
me myself, putting everything aside, right? I don't like Trump for the most part, but I think for the fact that he's holding the more rational position, be saying like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to discredit some sort of fucked up variable, even though it may be demonstrable, but it could be the
He
case
does
that it
this all
needs to
the
be.
time.
Yeah, I mean, okay, cool, but no, he's quite literally integrating church and state, which I already said, but you rather
This is
disregard
called
that.
Christian
Any
nationalism.
opinion that comes from a church is just like bad, bro. At this point, if
Usually,
you,
yes. It's very like there's
so being
no
loving of
there's
thy neighbor coming from a church is bad.
yes, y'all say that, but you don't do it. Like
Oh,
the
no,
outcomes
no,
of being
no.
in a church does not
I'm
prove
not talking
this.
about Republicans. I'm not talking about Democrats. I'm just talking about
Yeah,
people instead of office
even
and legislation.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, if
So
saying
we can
loving of thy
see
neighbor came from a church
how
is bad.
being Christian doesn't lead to passing better legislation. So debunked.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Being Christian does not lead to passing more helpful legislation for our constituents.
That wasn't the argument.
Debunked.
That
You were
wasn't the
saying
argument.
yes, it is. You're saying that the Bible is what compelled these people to do it. I'm completely
I'm not saying
atheist.
the Bible is the
I'm
one that
completely
compelled them to do
atheist, and I am more giving back to my community than any Christian I've ever met.
Yeah, you like I said, it's not that's not what I stated, right? I said he purports more Christianity, and then I said he also integrated more church and state, and then the integration of church and state is beholden to more variables as opposed to your like less amount of variables, which is the less rational position.
You're saying these are we can just look at other societies. Like, has this worked out for other societies? Is there a country you can point to and be like, this is what happens when you let church into
Do you
your
think
state?
when you make a decision, you probably need to encompass like every possible outcome?
Yeah, and if we've tried it already, you
Okay.
should encompass
But like,
that
what if I
too.
say like fuck one outcome? Like you can't
Yeah,
like
if
you
we've
can't do
tried that
one outcome.
already, like should we start killing all people of a certain ethno religion, or we already experienced that as humans? We already
Oh.
saw how that works.
So
And
address
then we
my
saw
question
the
with a question?
Crusades, and we saw slavery, and we saw all this other stuff, ugly shit that Christian does. So we're good. We don't want to try that. We're good.
So you're just gonna address a question with another question. Copy. So like if I said right, like I said before earlier, like have you ever just like did you go to college at all? I'm just curious.
No.
Not discrediting you. You did? Okay. No, you didn't?
No.
Okay. So inside of your high school, I'm sure you were giving multiple choice like questions, right? And
Mhm,
and you just hit C on all of those questions, didn't you?
again, I think you're just doing gymnastics. If I went to school and I heard my buddy marked C on a certain question and he got it wrong, I'm not going to go try mark C.
True.
And that's what you're convincing me to do. Other countries have already tried marking C, so I don't want to do it.
So you're
I'm
arguing
good.
from a place, like you're arguing from a place of ambiguity. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying I've already seen the outcomes of these things, so I'm good.
Yeah, but like I'm not, but no circumstance is the same, right? Like you can try to illustrate some sort of like 300 years ago. This
Hey, do you
ancient
want to try
civilization.
communism?
Communism?
Yeah.
Explain.
Should we try communism?
Probably not.
Why not? That you're just
there hasn't-
marking E off of the list of possibilities on a test. It could be the solution to everything.
Yeah, you remember when I said probably not? When not like definitely not? I said probably not. It's probably not
I'll
the
do the
case. that we
same
got-
thing with mine.
Yeah, well, see, that's a more rational position to hold. It's like probably not do the Christian thing,
But
but
y-
yes, let's still have the Christian option.
So why would you? So you're going to say your motives are not at all for us to actually do it, but we should have the option?
You should have the option to choose something that is going to provide more fruitful outcomes.
But we don't have the fruitful outcome part. There's nothing to make people believe that.
Yeah, like I said, you don't accept loving of thy neighbor for some fucking weird reason.
We're the only party who does that stuff, and we're not mostly Christian.
Yeah, but like if you say that, right, and a Democrat said, I think loving of thy neighbor is good because I see it from the Bible, and you'd be like, no, we can't do that.
This is
Separation of
not
church
a
and
novel
state.
idea. No one needs the Bible to do this, right? So like,
No
if-
one needs it, but
No,
it
nobody-
could be a tool.
It's not. It's not. I've seen more bad outcomes than good. So
Well, okay, cool. Your anecdotal evidence is comparable to mine. I've seen more good outcomes compared to
it's
that.
not anecdotal. I mean, we can just look at history.
I mean, yeah, but you're comparing what ancient civilizations to like what is now
Ancient,
2025, where
Two
we
and
can
a
have
half,
like
250 years ago.
where
Y'all were
pe-
even burning witches not that long ago.
yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely what I would consider like an ancient fucking stupid ass civilization. I mean, if you want to compare
You're
stupid people to
literally
smart people, that's-
invoking ancient text to bring to my civilization into the legislation of my civilization. You're bringing 2,000-year-old text written
You're
by dudes
comparing
walking through the desert
nah.
in sandals,
Oh my
dude.
god. You're comparing giving a Rubik's Cube to a chimpanzee, comparing the iPhone to giving to like a 12-year-old child, which is absolutely stupid and demonstrable. If you're going to be that intellectually dishonest and be like, okay.
This is not dishonest. I don't know even how you're even grandstanding
okay,
on this.
I'm a grant that it is a tool. I'm a grant that it is a tool, but like, you know,
not a
250 years
tool.
ago when
I mean, it's a
Okay.
tool in the same way that like Denzel Washington says it's a tool in that movie.
Okay,
but
so you grant that it's a
not
tool, whatever.
It's not
Fucking-
a good tool.
Okay, if it's not a good tool. 250 years ago, we gave a rusty old stick to a person who didn't have a coherent thought between his eyes, and he decided to burn witches. Okay, obviously, I'm not going to compare a bunch of fucking people from 250 years ago to people now who have more
Wait,
intellectual
the
thought
Bible
between their
told them not to love thy neighbors. Why did they burn them?
because they saw a neighbor and they saw a witch, dude. Like they're stupid. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna like adhere to some sort of stupid like.
Yeah, in no
civilization.
point in history can we point to a society that used the Bible to legislate and say, "Yay, they just really did great."
There's a bunch. There as much as there are wrongdoings from administering quote unquote church and state, integration of church and state and civilization. There's also just as much fruitful outcomes of integrating church and state.
I think what's actually happening is Trump is being an example. So instead of reading the Bible, people just look at Trump's actions all day, every day, on their news feed, on their social medias, and they see him saying and doing horrible things all the time. I think that's far more influential than an old book that lies around all the time.
You know, it's kind of funny, right? Like, because it's so dumb to me that you like to point out certain like places in time, or like 250 years ago, where like church and state was bad. But what about in Scandinavia in the 19th and 20th centuries? Or what about like England in the 16th and 19th centuries? Or what about like the
yeah,
Byzantine
let's talk
Empire?
about that. Let's talk about that. What did England do in those centuries, bro? Were they just
What-
chilling, or were they just going around fucking killing everybody?
No, it was
They
basically
fucking killed everybody, man. They colonized everyone.
okay. Like I said before, whenever they administered the Church of England, they provided what was like an education and framework system for their people and constituents. Now, what they decided to do with military, cool, whatever. That could be a bad case, but there is a good case and a bad case comparative to both cases.
Okay, and then we have non sequitur countries, like I'm sorry, not non sequitur, whatever called countries. We have countries that are not religious that do extremely well, and have more social programs usually. They usually care more for their neighbors, a lot more than conservatives.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you're able to point out a case where like the church and state is bad. I just gave you a case where it is good.
No, you did it. You're talking hundreds of years ago, like you just hated me saying.
No. I can bring up the civil rights inside of the U.S. and that would be more administrative.
I would
You know,
love
Martin.
that.
Do
I
you
would
like
love
Martin
that.
Luther? Do you like Martin Luther King Jr.? Do you
Yeah,
like him?
yeah, he's a socialist.
Oh yeah, he was a really good socialist. Do you realize the majority of his political decisions came from his religious text, or do you just like?
Yeah, and
Do you know what religious text that was?
I'm sure you're gonna say it's the Bible. I
Ah,
would say he's an outlier, right?
oh, cool. So
He's
we
an
agree
outlier,
in some.
and then the people that used religion to make sure he couldn't do the things that he wanted to do, right? I'm sure somebody killed him in the name of God too.
Yeah, but then they finally realize, like his political views that are stemming from his religious perspectives, they're leading to more fruitful outcomes. So, like, yeah, certain integration of church
Have
and
you ever
state
read?
does lead to more fruitful outcomes. You
Have you
dumb
ever?
fuck.
Have you ever read the satanic the tenets of the Satanic Temple?
No, I don't give a fuck about that.
They're way better than the Bible.
Oh, word, really? So, like, do you think Martin Luther King like used a really shitty tool in a great way?
Yeah, sure. I once
And do you
used
think our government can
I
do the
once
same?
used duct tape to fix a
Do you
computer.
think
That
the
doesn't
government
mean
can
we
do the
need to
same?
keep doing it.
Do you think the government can do the same?
No.
Do
I
you
think
think
I think
Martin
this.
Luther King can do it,
Yeah,
facing so
he
much
was not in our
adversity, but
government.
our government
He
can?
was not in our government.
Yeah,
It
you
worked
think
solely because he was probably not part
you
of our
think
government.
Martin Luther King, who is facing so much adversity and persecution and also racial bias, is able to do it, but our fucking government can't? But even
Correct.
though they adhere
Yes.
to his
Yes. For
political
the same
views,
reason, you're probably going to tell me how socialized medicine won't work here because the
I don't
government.
think that
You
it won't.
trust
I
the
don't think that
government.
it won't work, dude. Like the only thing that is not making me a quote unquote liberal is because you guys love separating church and state, which is so dumb to me. You just choose. You just choose on every single circumstance. Integration of church and state is just bad on
It
all
is.
cases.
It is.
Okay, then so tell me how Martin Luther King is capable of doing it.
What
Hold
laws
on.
did he write?
Martin Luther King
Uh-huh.
influenced the government to adhere to his policies
Okay.
or some sort of political framework.
Yeah. And we've had the Bible the whole time, but it took Martin Luther King to do this.
Yes, it took a very smart person in
Nice.
order
To
to
undo
enact.
the damage that the Bible did.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he is capable of doing it, facing so much adversity, probably smart
Yeah.
people that we elect inside of our offices should also be capable of doing the same, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. We have Trump, and he's very religious. He even sells Bibles with his name on it.
Yeah, cool, dude. I still don't understand how you're not able to acknowledge the fact that it is a tool that can be used for good.
I think human nature, you're going to be the kind of person you're going to be. And if you're in a vulnerable state, like if you just came out of like a drug, like if you just hit rock bottom doing drugs, you might turn to religion. In fact, that's who they prey on. They prey on people who are in vulnerable positions in their life. And those people start throwing away their old ideas of reality because it is a form of self-defense. Your brain needs to be okay, so it just absorbs all this illogical shit you probably get from the Bible and it eats it up. But for those of us who are mentally sound, we don't need it. When I have problems in life, I don't go pray about it, I fucking do something.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously not addressing absolutely jack shit of what I just said, dude.
Yes, I am.
You
We're
can
talking
keep-
about invoking the Bible as divine literature to write our legislation and write our laws of our country, and how stupid that is for me to neglect. And absolutely not. I am pointing out to you the blatant problems and the problem of evil. If you haven't read that, you should. Okay, the Bible's so fucking incoherent to me. It sounds dumb.
Dude,
to
I
anybody.
don't know who the fuck you're arguing against. I'm just a theist. I don't even prescribe myself to Christianity, and yet you're still trying to like argue to me as if I'm sort of like hard thumping Christian, dude.
Yeah, I would
do
love
not
it.
give a
You
fuck.
haven't even brought up the studies that show that like religious societies have better outcomes. You haven't even thought to
Oh
show
yeah,
me that.
I typically don't have to, because like when logical beings, and like I give this sort of argument to people that are like logically like reasonable, they could probably understand it and find that it follows, right? If it is a tool, it can be manipulated to lead to more
Mhm.
fruitful outcomes. Okay, you see it in the case of
And
Martin
we've
Luther King
seen
Jr.
we've
You see it in
seen
apostolic
that
churches.
for the
You see it with a bunch of churches
for the
leading to more
most
fruitful
part,
outcomes,
that's not how it
which outreach
happens.
programs.
For the most
Yeah,
part,
so
it does more damage than good.
I agree with you. I am not saying that it doesn't, but you are discrediting the option. You're taking the variable that could lead,
Have
not
you
likely to lead,
have you ever
but could
tried
lead to more fruitful
have
outcomes.
you ever tried heroin?
No, dude. I don't know what the fuck. Why?
It feels really good.
Okay, why the fuck are we on this topic? Like, what the hell?
Why wouldn't you try it?
Because 100% of the time it leads to like bad outcomes.
Wait, that's not true. RFK is the HHS secretary. He did H all throughout college.
Yeah, and he has like shitty health problems because of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. He swims in sewers and he's got a 6-pack.
He has shitty health problems because of it.
He actually says that it's good for people.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you're able to point out somebody who does DRUGS and somehow does like good of it, dude.
Where I'm going with this is that you're going to tell me that some people die doing it, because not all do. Some do.
Well, apparently you think Martin Luther King Jr. is stupid, so I don't know how to argue with it.
You think RFK is stupid.
I don't think RFK is stupid. I just think that he's like probably the one-off case.
Okay, MLK is then too.
So you agree MLK is smart and he's using a tool, right? That is probably leading to more fruitful outcomes.
Yeah, it
just
doesn't
somehow
lead to more
think
fruitful like 99% of the time.
one
We
person facing
have
so much adversity, but our
we have
fucking government
right-wing
can't do it.
Christian nationalism exploding in this country, and it's also a fact that 12 out of the 13 top most violent domestic terrorist groups in the United States are also mostly Christian. They're right-wing Christian, the Patriot Front, Boogaloo Boys, all those people going around killing people in the name of God. But you got MLK.
Yeah. Okay, so if I give you two options, right? And I said, hey, you know what? Both lead to fruitful outcomes, but you just like one leads to less fruitful outcomes and kind of like is but still more fruitful, but the other one leads to inevitably
the other
more fruitful
one
outcomes.
leads to no critical thinking the earth is 6,000 years old, thinking there was a worldwide flood, that people made a clay, that
now
there's
you're
talking
still
horses,
calling
talking
MLK stupid, bro.
snakes.
You're still calling MLK stupid, bro. You got to be racist. This is so
How
fucking
is it
funny.
racist when I think that religion's stupid? I didn't say as people of a certain race are stupid for believing religion. I said that all religion is stupid to me.
Yeah, could you tell me how many, like, what is the percentage of black people that follow religion?
I don't know. Stop trying to stretch this into me being racist. That's weird.
Well, I mean, I used to just call religious people
Are
stupid.
all
but
people
how many
religious,
religious
racist,
black people do you think
anti-religious
are there?
people? And all anti-religious people are racist? Is that where you're going with this?
No, dude. But what you're saying is that religious people are stupid. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then how much of the black population do you think is religious? Just give me a ballpark percentage.
I don't know. You tell me. Go ahead.
74% of black people are religious. So 74
Nice.
black people in your
This
worldview
probably
are
reflects back to what I was saying about people in vulnerable positions. We do have society and minority groups here that have been, I guess, othered by y'all and stepped down on and segregated and enslaved by y'all. So a lot of them did lean on religion to get through that, I'm sure.
So you're still calling 74% of black people stupid. So you're still standing by the fact that you're
No, I
calling
said
black
religion is stupid.
religion is stupid?
Yeah.
Okay, the concept of religion. So not the people adhering to religion.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's people adhering to religion inside of like the government, they're smart.
Obviously, you can be smart and religious, but
Okay,
the
so if you
majority
can
of
be
the
smart-
highest level of
If you can be
scientists,
smart and
majority of them
religious,
do
then you
not.
could probably make smart decisions based off of your religious perspectives, right?
This is a stretch because we also see that like the world's top scientists, I think it's like 93% are atheists.
Okay, that's dope, man. But you just said religious people can be smart. So
can
why
be.
can't we have? Yeah. So why can't we have smart people inside of the
Because
government?
it's
Or-
causation correlation. It doesn't mean that Christians are smart.
Cool. I agree with you, right? I don't think inherently people that are religious are smart or dumb. right? I just think that they're people trying to make decisions.
Okay,
I can
and
kind
we've
of
seen
like
what
draw a
religion
distinction
does to
between the
y'all
two.
decision making. Like y'all don't think that the Earth is 6,000 years old, and you don't think that climate change is real. So now we have an existential threat of all of us dying in the world ending because y'all don't believe in science, and you don't even believe in dinosaurs and bones. It's really tough for you guys to come here and tell us how we should run society when you guys just ignore science all day.
We ignore science all day.
Yeah,
Okay, so do you think that there's religious people that don't ignore science?
yeah, and they'd be
Okay,
hypocrites, right?
cool.
They'd be
Okay.
hypocrites.
I don't think they would be inherently
They
hypocrites.
they absolutely would be hypocrites.
Do you think theists are religious?
They just believe that there is a God, right?
Right. Do you think that there could be some sort of like subsect of religion that just kind of like belongs to theists?
Those two words would be contradicting, right? Religion and then theists.
That bro, I can't argue with anymore. You're so fucking dumb. They're contradictory. Theists
Yes.
inside of religious are
Yes. What religion do theists follow?
theists are people that believe in God. So usually religion, right,
Yeah.
encompasses people that believe in God.
What religion?
i.e.
What
theists.
religion do theists
So all
like? Can
religious
you name
people are
one religion that a
theists.
theist person would follow?
Yeah. So all religious people are theists. You know that, right?
No,
not
no.
contradictory?
But we were talking about theist in the context of somebody who didn't believe in Christianity.
Yeah. So that would be a different subsect, like I explained earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not of
so you
religion.
acknowledge that
Not
there's
of
like
religion, though.
theists.
It's not a subsect of religion. It's a subsect of people that believe in things.
Yeah, subsect of theism, which I restated to what was quote unquote religion. That's what I stated before.
All right,
It's
we're
a set of
splitting hairs on
practices.
something dumb. Here's what I'm saying is that religion, it has no cause. There's no correlation you can make with religion and a better society or morality. There's no correlation. There's no studies, no data. You can just allude to it. I can point to all these horrible atrocities throughout history that were caused by religion. And what you would have to do is show me one made by atheism.
Sorry, rephrase.
Can you tell me about an atrocity in history that was caused by being atheist?
No, because that'd be correlation causation. I'm not going to use that fallacy.
No,
people.
that's not a correlation causation. Like if somebody didn't believe in a god and therefore they just slaughtered everybody or something, you'd have a point. But we don't have anything like that. We have
That's
a
a
lot of people
correlation causation
slaughtering people in
fallacy.
the name of gods,
You are
and you
quite
can call them
literally
all
clickbaiting.
theists too.
Dude, I don't know how you walked back to calling 74% of black people dumb on top of saying that theists and religious people are
Dude,
contradictory.
nobody's buying the fact that I said anything close to that. I said religion is dumb.
Yeah,
And then
religion
you
is
talked
dumb.
about how black people are mostly religious, so I called black people dumb.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
That's a big stretch. Big
That's
stretch.
not a big stretch. Quite literally, you did. But regardless, you just walked it back. That's fine. I don't disagree with that. Now, what I'm saying is, right? Now, what I'm saying is, basically, you said theists and religious people are contradictory, right? You can be theist, which is like belief in a god, and to be religious, you have to believe in a
Yeah,
god.
what kind of legislation would a theist propose? What book or what literature would they look at?
Something that is probably like, I don't know, that is providing more fruitful outcomes, right? Because like just
Okay,
theists,
so
and
that's where you're stuck.
that's where I'm stuck, is
Yeah.
providing fruitful
Nobody
outcomes.
calls themselves just a theist because they would usually say in regards to saying, "Oh, I'm Christian," like, "No, I'm a theist." So when
No,
you
yeah.
when
A
you
bunch of people call
specifically say I'm a
themselves
theist, you're not you're specifically saying I'm an outlier. I'm not Christian or something usually, right?
I don't adhere to any religion, dude.
That's what you just did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
adhere to
So you have
religion.
no
If I were to
religious
pick parts
text to
of them
point
that make
to?
sense, yeah, I will do
You
that.
have no religious text to point to in the scenario you gave me where we look at something and say love thy neighbor. You just kind of know the gist, right? Without any religious text.
Yeah, right. So I can get like a grasp from like a religious text that makes sense to me and provides fruitful outcomes, and I'll take from that and build upon that, you know.
Yeah, I just
Laying a
look at
foundation
society
for
and
my-
do the same thing. I don't need a weird book.
Oh, so we can both do the same. So separation of church and state is probably fucking stupid, right?
No, because when you start imposing your weird fucking superstitious beliefs into the law, that
What weird
starts not
super-
working
What
for me.
weird superstitious beliefs do I
What
have?
if we made it illegal to work on Sunday?
I think it'd be fucking stupid. And that's
Yeah,
my belief.
well, that's something that would come out of your fucking Bible.
it's not my Bible. Again, I'm
Well,
not
that's something
fucking
that would
Christian.
come out of a religious text that would be legislated. Just like you said, oh, they'll look at religious text and they go, oh, this is something we should do. That's what they would do. They would fucking write legislation like that, and I'm good. I want to live separate from that fucking weird superstitious shit.
Yeah, I hope like 100% agree, right? But if it brings more better outcomes, then yeah, you should probably adhere to it.
That's not a good
So,
outcome,
like,
right? Like, wouldn't you be upset? And the whole like 50% of the country that's not religious be upset? That's not a good outcome.
I'm sorry, dude, and don't give a fuck about feelings. If you're upset that I'm using
Okay,
something
well,
that provides better outcomes,
okay,
then
I'm
cool.
sorry, but laws should be made according to the will of the people, not the will of the few who think they have better morals.
Yeah, what I'm not encompassing is a moral framework, dude. It could be like social policies that were enacted in some sort of sect of the Bible that provides more or gives some sort of provision for better outcomes, right? But like,
Gerald, thank you so much for the kick. Guys, it's $40 to kick. Thank you so much, Gerald, for the kick. I let it slide. He called me stupid a few times, but I'm watching Game of Thrones, so I'll say a lion doesn't concern themselves with the opinion of sheep. What season? We're in season 3 right now. I've already seen it all. Open my window up real quick. There it is. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Shut up, Dizzle. It's more better. He's gone. Who is weird? We're watching it on my Discord.
Hello.
Hello, are you? What's up, Joseph?
Hey, I talked to you before. I'm 49.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. I like Trump and everything, but you know, just real quick, just I actually read the Bible, Old Testament and the New Testament, and to say it's a book about morals is not really accurate because Jesus, while he might have been the greatest moral teacher in history, we've had plenty of great moral teachers in history. We didn't really actually need Jesus for that, to teach us morals. What we need Jesus for is that we are all born into what theists say is original sin, and that we need some way for those sins to be more or less erased. And that's what Jesus does. When you believe in Jesus and his sacrifice, his atonement, his substitutionary sacrifice, we get forgiven, and then we can go. So I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Whether you believe it or not, that is what the Bible is.
I know, and that's a weird line of thinking for somebody who's not wrapped into that weird echo chamber of church and hearing people talk like that. Like, I cringe when I hear people say things like that. Like, God died and he came back to life, so he took 2 days off. What did he really? And he put himself in that situation knowing exactly what would happen. He lives forever. He's eternal, right? So, like, what's the big deal? What did he do? He put on a show for you?
No, he put on skin for us.
He put on a show, and he took his skin off, put it back on. Now he's eternal, right? Like, he didn't really. What did he sacrifice? What did he lose? Like, he give up something?
What do you mean?
What did he lose
did God
ultimately?
himself lose something? No,
What did Jesus lose?
He was tortured and sacrificed for us, and then he beat death.
I know people who've gone through worse.
Well, I don't know if you know much about Roman crucifixion. There's not much worse than that. But again,
burning in an eternal lake of fire sounds really bad. I don't think I know anybody or any crime that deserves that punishment. I don't think that's a very good morality to have.
But then
It's a
your
coercion to
problem
love
there is,
somebody. Like, what if I told you you need to be my friend or else I'm gonna fucking kill you?
yeah, my wife would not really love me if her mother. I would not really love my wife if her mother paid me to marry her. I get
Yeah,
it. I
or
understand.
coerced you and punished you, said you don't marry her, and if you don't love her, you can burn her in a lake of fire.
I know that's the way a lot of this looks because you have
That
a
is
lot of
coercion.
people. No, but I know that. But that's not what it's about. And you have
It
a
is
lot of
about.
people. No,
Yeah.
you have a lot of Christians and theists out there that don't read their Bible. So they can't not explain. They can't I can't think of the word right now. But my reason for calling, listen, I'm not here to preach, but my reason for jumping on with you is what exactly about the whole Christian thing with Trump and the separation of churches? I don't understand what your beef is.
Should we have state sanctioned prayer on TV that you can pay someone Trump appointed $1,000 for a prayer?
Should we have explain it to me? What is it?
Do you know Trump's secretary of the part of the federal government that does the Christian shit? She's a televangelist. She sells $1,000 prayers with private secret angels.
Yes.
Do you think that's doing good or harm for Christianity?
Me personally, I don't like that at all, whether it was state sanctioned or not. I'm not into Joel Osteen.
Yeah, so do you think that Trump's flavor of Christianity is what all people need to adhere to? Or any one flavor of Christianity is what all people should adhere to?
No.
And why are we putting it anywhere near the government?
But what do you mean by anywhere near the government? I don't understand what he did that is unconstitutional.
Why is my money funding Christian shit?
Pickles, by the way,
why is my money funding Christian shit?
I don't get, how is it doing that?
He has an anti-Christian bias task force right now.
Wait, what?
He has an anti-Christian bias task force, a federal task force.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about religion, I would be, if me, you, everybody listening right now, I would be way more upset about how every one of our House of Representatives and senators are taking money from AIPAC. That's crazy to me. They're actually
and you want us to be a Christian nation? You think that Christians are over here saying we shouldn't help Israel?
We shouldn't be.
Okay, well, the Christians are the ones that are for it.
Like I said, I read the Bible, my friend.
Do you think we should be spending money on beliefs and Christian values that they have? Spending money to send money to Israel because they're religious and they think it's the Holy Land?
No.
So religion, so church and state, we should separate that, yeah?
What I'm saying is, I don't like the fact, however you want to document it, I don't like the fact that, and I'm a huge Trump fan, and this is one thing I don't like about him. I don't like the fact that, if 98% of our elected officials were taking money from Russia, it would be front page news all day long. People will be getting impeached, firing squad, the whole 9 yards. Am I right or am I left?
No, there's actually a group of creators that got caught taking money from Russia and nothing happened. They're still very prominent.
Creators? What's a creator?
Like people like me. Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, millions of followers.
No. I'm talking about elected officials working to protect you're not working to protect the Constitution of
I don't think Trump
America.
is either, right? Like he's just throwing that idea out the window.
Well, no, that's my point. I don't like the fact that AIPAC has they're so far into every one of our,
again, this is contradictory because religion is what gets you that.
No, it's not. The separate. Okay, for instance,
I literally heard Ted Cruz say this to Tucker Carlson. It says in the Bible that we have to protect Israel, and that's all I know. I just know that I need to do that. So any bill comes across my desk, I'll pass it.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that. Could you give me 45 seconds, please, to explain that?
Yeah.
He was talking about Genesis chapter 12. where God promised Abraham he would be the father of many nations, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's the Old Testament. That's pre-Jesus. Okay. The New Testament is Jesus' life and afterwards, the apostles and all that stuff. Okay. So what happens is that covenant that was made from God to Abraham was for all the people that came from Abraham, the sons of Israel. Okay. But once Jesus came, then those people, that covenant shifted from just the sons of Israel to everybody that believes in Jesus, whether you're, no matter what
this is like me explaining a comic book to you, right? So like for you to then finish this sentence and go, this is why we should legislate this, is going to be wild.
I'm done with one more sentence.
All right.
So when Ted Cruz says something like that, he's absolutely wrong.
Well,
the chosen people that he's referencing is not a geographic area. The chosen people are anybody who believes in Jesus. Before Jesus, it was the Israelites.
Listen,
but after Jesus, so
not everybody is going to use religion in the right way or cite it the way you agree with, and that's another problem with religion. So,
no, but what I'm telling you is, when you study the Bible, Ted Cruz, ask any religious person, any pastor, any priest, he's wrong. The covenant.
It doesn't matter. I have plenty of MAGA coming up here saying the same thing. This is the will of the people, and they're using religion to get people hyped for this. Whether you know the truth, I sit up here and I call out the inaccuracies of Trump all day. MAGA doesn't give a flying fuck.
No, but what I'm saying for you and for the rest of the influencers, what I'm saying is, stop denigrating religion. It's not that. It's people who say they're religious but don't even read their text.
That's called the no true Scotsman fallacy.
What do you mean?
No true Scotsman. You're saying that guy's not a real Christian. I'm a real Christian, and that's not how we act.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they're not real Christians. I'm saying they're ignorant or uneducated Christians.
Well, those kinds of Christians exist, and that's why it's dangerous.
Right, but when you get to the separation of church, for instance, who came up with this separation of church and state?
It was the very first sentence in the Constitution. Whoever wrote that.
Very first sentence in the Constitution. It's not in the Constitution.
It's in the Bill of Rights.
That phrase is not in.
It says that Congress shall pass no law respecting any religion.
Oh, that's not the first sentence. That's the First Amendment in the Bill of Rights. That's freedom of press. Religion.
Yeah, the very first law, they sat down after dealing with the church back in England and the headache of that and being persecuted and the religious weirdos that just like don't think matched with their ideology. So they said, you know what? Let's keep all religion out of the government.
Now, Pickles, I'm not being a weirdo here. I think that was very insulting.
No, I didn't say you. I just said you were saying that other people are religious weirdos. So
no, you
just like you can. No, that's not how I meant it. I said you.
Oh, okay.
They would say, just like you would say, that those other people are religious weirdos and that they don't match with your beliefs. And that's when this starts getting really muddy. It gets really muddy. There's going to be people who don't believe Jesus was crucified, who was a prophet. They don't think he came back to life.
Listen, when was the First Amendment? When was the Bill of Rights written?
1776.
No.
That's 80 something.
It's got to be 1806 or something. Look it up, because the Declaration of Independence was 1776, but the
1791.
1791. Okay, There you go. So where did that come from, though? That's my question to you.
Where did that come from? They literally wrote it. If you could just read. A lot of them were deists. That's why. They were deists. They were not Christian.
No. What you're saying is that they got fed up with what was going on in England. You were correctly saying that.
Yeah.
So they came here.
And the tyranny of the church. Yes.
But here's the thing. Those people, they got it from the people that came over here on the Mayflower and in the 1600s and all that stuff, right? All the people that came here, they didn't just come here in 1776 and say, boom, let's write a declaration. 1791, boom, a constitution. No, they were here from the 1600s. Remember 1492
Again,
Columbus?
again, that doesn't
So what
change
were
the
they?
fact
What
that they
were
were
those
stewing
people?
on this
What
forever.
were those people? Pickles. What were those people that came here?
Protestants, Lutherans. I
They
don't
were,
know.
no, they were worse than that. They were Puritans. They read every text of the Bible. They were Puritans. They were religious people. Very, very religious and very smart ones, by the way.
And a lot of them were deists as well. The people who wrote
what's a deist?
These things. A deist is just somebody who believes in a god and do not subscribe to any religion.
Right, similar to theist.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
a theist. Yeah, a deist. I got mixed up.
Yeah,
They don't subscribe.
That's fine.
They,
we're not nitpicking here. What we're saying is,
I don't care what it used to be like, right? Like they came over here and brought slaves, so I really don't care what they were thinking as much as I think of what we should do that works, right? Like you can dwell on how things used to be and point to it and say I want to do that, but it's just as relevant to me as saying we used to have stone wheels. Why don't we go back to using stone wheels? Well, because that's fucking dumb.
no, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you have to agree with everything. Of course, that's idiotic to say something like that. That you pickles should agree with everything I say, and I should agree with everything you say. That's dumb. That doesn't get anything done. What I'm saying is, we need to stop denigrating people because they say they're a Christian when there's actually bad things going on out there. Like I say, like with this whole APAC thing, like we're taking our eye off the ball, dude.
That's y'all.
Stop with the Christians.
That's y'all.
No. Oh, yes.
That is
but
y'all.
You're not helping. Why don't you?
I need to. I will until the end of time. Just like you, or people on your side, I'll say, just like they don't give a flying fuck what trans people prefer to be called, what their pronouns. They're like, that's delusional. I know reality. That's how I feel. I know reality, and I should call out the absurdity of these beliefs at every chance I get, and I will.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you know, you're talking about some lady, you know, that I don't ascribe to, you know, taking $1,000. But meanwhile, AIPAC's running your life. Are you too afraid to say something, because you'll get like, because everything's anti-Semitic now.
Yeah. Trump is making sure nobody can say anything like that, and that somehow the left is anti-Semitic when the Nazis literally live on your side.
Dude, all I'm saying is that don't you realize that you or anybody in general can say anything they want about a Christian, but you can't say anything about a Jew? A Muslim?
No, because Christians are the majority. If you're talking about minorities, you cannot say those things.
Pickles, that's a scapegoat.
That's not a scapegoat. Hey, can I call you a cracker if I'm a person of color?
Of course, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Why can they do that, but you can't say the N-word?
Exactly. Answer the question.
Because we are the oppressors. Because we are not the minority. That's
Dude,
why. That's the dynamic that allows that to happen.
You know where the word slave comes from?
What?
Slavic.
Okay.
The first recorded slaves were lily white people. Okay. Do you know dreadlocks?
This is not a competition of oppression, but this is the history of our country. That's why it's relevant.
Yes. And England and America were the first two countries to use violence to end slavery.
Okay. But was it chattel slavery?
The Roman Empire crumbled because of their slavery.
Was it chattel slavery? Was it based on their appearance?
What do you mean?
It wasn't. If you're talking about slaves back then, you're probably talking about people who were imprisoned, broke the law, something like that, or indentured servitude.
Bro.
The Civil War? Here?
Yes, that ended slavery.
Oh God, yeah. So the South, which has always been conservative, there was a party switch.
I don't care what you say. People from the North and the South died to end slavery in a brutal, brutal war.
Yeah, and they used the Bible to defend it.
No. Stay on point here.
We are talking about religion and government and how that brought bad outcomes.
What I'm saying is, you have America, United States, and England. Before them, every other society that had slavery, which was the vast majority.
We were way late to that party, dude. And that's another point
No, no,
You
no.
don't
We
get
were
to
the
use.
first ones. We weren't late. We were
No,
the
no, no, no,
first
no,
ones.
no, 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 no. We eradicated slavery decades after the rest of the world, the developed world, got rid of it.
You're wrong.
Oh,
You're just
go ahead.
wrong on
Who still had slavery? Who was in the developed world back then?
that. All of Africa. Oh, developed world. Yeah, a lot of people. Ukraine. They
Dude,
were all slaves.
I will just show it to you. We were 20 or 30 years after everyone else ended it. We still held on to it, and it was because they used the Bible for it.
Listen, that's not true because you had plenty of Christians in the North, like this guy. I don't know. Maybe you heard of him, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln still wanted to keep slaves, my friend.
Okay. Well, he did a piss poor job of keeping them then.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice. He literally has a quote. He said, "If I could have ended the war and kept my slaves, I would."
So like his auto pen made him do it.
No, he was. I mean, he wanted to end a war.
Pickles, that was
It's
funny.
like
You
it's like
should
saying,
laugh.
I get it.
Pickles. Can I please get a laugh on the auto pen?
All right.
Thank
Laugh
you.
track chat.
Thank you. I earned it. I earned that.
So in United States was among the last countries in the Americas to formally abolish slavery, with other nations and empires freeing enslaved people decades earlier. U.S. did not officially end in practice of ratification of the 13th Amendment until 1865. So Haiti ended in 1804, Mexico 1829, British Empire 1833, French Empire 1848 to 1848 for the Danish colonies and the Dutch colonies. I don't see. Okay, so Cuba and Brazil are the only two who kept it after us.
I mean, I'm going to take your word for it, but I'd have to research that more. But I don't think you're right. I mean, what's the so I can look? What's the?
I just
The
typed,
source
did
there.
United States keep slavery after the rest of the world?
Yeah. What's the source?
Oh, it is PolitiFact, actually.
Oh my gosh! Come on, bro! Stop!
PolitiFact is fantastic.
Oh my god! Come on, dude!
Put it. Okay, show me a media bias chart that puts it on the left or the right. It's the center.
Oh,
Show me a media bias chart. I hate that you guys have stopped believing fact checkers. This is really bad.
First of all, it's not you guys. It's me, Joseph.
No one on the left I've ever met does not believe fact checkers, unless it's like a Russian website or an Afghanistan website or something.
Well, that would be true if the fact checking always went in their way, correct?
Yeah, but it just turns out your side has to deal with getting caught in lies all the time.
Right. Like
Trump
the auto
today.
pen.
Trump today. The auto pen is the biggest dumb scandal. We've been using auto pen forever. Forever
Yeah,
and ever.
for ceremonial stuff, not for pardons for
Dude,
criminals.
You don't even need to sign a pardon.
Okay.
You don't.
Let me just look here, would you? I just sat at my desk. I don't know, man. I just think that we all got our eye off the ball, and if we don't turn this ship around soon, it's going to be over. Like, how about Epstein? That's another thing. Now, I think Trump's doing that for a reason, but if he's not, well, then guess what?
Okay, the
Are you
most
gonna
recent
tell me
thing
that-
about this, right? Let's abbreviate his name. Use code words. But the island guy, when the New York Post came out, or was it the Washington Post came out and said that Trump wrote a birthday letter to Epstein and drew a naked woman on it. Trump said he was going to sue, and there was a complete lie. And then we find out today that it's not a lie. We have a photo of it. It's all signed, released by Congress. And if the police is talking to a suspect in a case and they just start lying all the time, what do you think the police start thinking, man?
Yeah, well, listen, there is a problem when the island guy, trying to figure out how to say this. This is so stupid at TikTok. I can't stand TikTok. They're so goofy. There's a problem when the island guy and his number one lieutenant go through all this legal stuff, but nobody else does. There's a problem.
This is horrible. This is a horrible benchmark. You know, like there's many of other world leaders who very rightfully so have gone through the legal process because they were bad people. We have Trump saying and doing some of the most controversial things ever. How is it so hard to believe that he broke the law?
Listen, Pickles, I'm gonna call you back. My son really needs me right now, so I gotta run.
I'm proof. I really need to talk to my dad. I'm sorry, Pickles.
That's okay. It's okay. Y'all do your thing. It was good talking
Thank
to
you, Pickles.
Anytime.
All right, I'll call you back later.
All right. Artemis, I'll let you up for a sec.
Oh, shit.
Hello?
I didn't mean to request. So, sorry. Just real quickly, I just want to say this. The Treaty of Tripoli, 1791, we state verbatim that we are not a Christian nation. I really need people to start reading history books. It's getting kind of depressing. Anyway, love you, Pickles. Bye. Sorry, I didn't mean to request.
I always forget that. Thank you. You're awesome.
Yeah, no worries.
Hello, user. User number? User number. It's me, Pickles. Hello. It's me, Pickles. Hey.
Yeah. Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am a pretty well. I like Trump a lot.
Okay. What do you like about Trump?
I like he would do. I feel like if we were president, if I was president, he would do what I would do. You know what I mean? I just trust his common judgment because he talks and I understand what he says, and I wouldn't mind doing those things. So that's one of the main reasons I'd vote for him. But I mean, he's also a Republican, and I can't stand a Democrat, so I'm going to vote for a Republican no matter who it is. But
why don't you like Democrats?
Because I don't like their policies.
Can you name a policy that they did that you didn't like?
What they're proposing right now, I mean, that's their policies. I would call them, right? Wouldn't you? What they're
Sure.
proposing?
What are they proposing?
Universal health care. They want to build houses for people, which I'm not totally against, but still. They want to raise taxes and they want to expand social programs.
Raise taxes on who? Do you make over 360K?
No, I don't want to raise taxes on our rich people.
Why not?
Because, okay, if it was for a good reason, I would do it. But what they're going to spend tax dollars on, I don't think is a good thing at all.
Trump is making us pay for extra taxes so that his rich friends get tax breaks. That's not a great reason for me to pay taxes.
That's not true. He's putting that on the deficit, which I don't agree with. He's putting that on the debt, basically.
Well,
he's saying
no,
GDP
the
is going to make up
tariffs.
for it. Oh, the tariffs. Well, no, you were just talking about rich people. You were talking about rich people. You want to talk about tariffs? That's different.
The tariffs affect the middle and the lower class more than
anything.
anything.
It affects everybody. Tariffs do, but I think tariffs are the best form of taxation.
I think it's the opposite. But why do you think it's best?
Well, I think that if we pass tariffs on non-essential items, it would be great. In my opinion, you pass a tariff on everything that doesn't affect the cost of living. You leave out vehicle parts, you leave out stuff like that because you don't want vehicles going up, and you make a few exceptions. But other than that, you put a flat tariff on anything non-essential. That way it doesn't raise the living cost. Now what's wrong with tariffs? Nothing's wrong with tariffs because it's like a luxury tax at this point. It's like the only way you ever pay tariffs is if you want a luxury item. So how is it not true? Because we're not putting a tariff on anything.
Are computers going to be a necessity?
So hold on. So do computers raise the cost of living?
It could actually, yes and no. So when computers are expensive, like for what I do, if I had tariffs before I bought all of the equipment that I use, I would be out of many thousands of dollars. There would be a bigger roadblock between me and being an entrepreneur, and that would be the case for everybody.
Well, you're right. So we don't tariff computers as much. Simple as that. I mean, you would tariff it.
Okay, well, what about, then we can get into everything else that we can apply that to. So literally any raw good that I would be able, like if I wanted to start a t-shirt business, now I have to order t-shirts from, either an American-made company or probably just another company that's still cheaper even with the
I'm
tariffs.
sorry. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to start changing things to where when entrepreneurs want to make money, they do it within the U.S. It's that simple.
Again, that makes it harder, right? So we're going to slow down trade. We're going to slow down
that's why we
GDP
need
growth.
reform.
I'm
No,
sorry.
but see, that's gonna slow down reform. So we need to
There's
have.
there's no coming back on top of this. Like it will always be more
It's a
expensive.
problem. Okay, okay. First of all, no. If we did this, and okay, well, I'm not saying we do it because it would be too extreme. But if we did this in 30 years, we would bounce back. We would be back World War II. We'd have everything.
30
China
years?
has. We have it automated. Yes, we would, because we have capitalism. China doesn't have that. We need to let the
No,
beast.
that's why we're losing, right? Like
No,
China's
no.
trajectory is they are going to surpass
Because
us
they don't
very
have
soon.
human rights. They don't have human rights.
Like what?
If we could do what China does,
You
then
guys
we
are
would be
cheering for
strong.
the anti-human rights, but they literally
No,
don't even have
we're not
homeless
cheering.
people.
No, China will always beat us because they have a bunch of people they don't care about their conditions and they'll have them working
None of them are
24/7.
none of them are homeless.
No, so you're saying there's not sweatshop? Okay, so tell me, why does labor cost so much here than in China? That's the only.
I'll tell you why. This is easy.
Tell me
This is
why.
economics. So
Tell me why.
because they have that type of economy, their cost of living is very low. So they can pay very little. Like if I wanted a penthouse suite in China, downtown, $500. Top floor, 14 foot ceilings, like fucking, like spa tub,
Okay.
$500 a month. So I
So
would be able
build
to
the
exist
house.
in China making far less than I do, and I would have a better standard of living.
Okay, so a factory worker's living in a penthouse in China. That sounds like we need to do what
I'm
China
not saying
does.
factory workers live in penthouses, but
No,
it's
but
much
who's doing
cheaper.
it?
So labor
No,
is much cheaper.
What worker is living in a penthouse in China? Give me an
No,
example.
I'm not
You
saying
said-
workers are. I'm saying that they are not
Well,
living.
workers, that's all we're talking about. We're not talking about rich people.
Okay,
Who gives a-
but when you try to tell me some
We're talking
crazy
about
fact,
labor.
you're telling me some crazy fact like, oh, they make $6 an hour. Well, that
Less
doesn't
than
mean
that.
anything to me unless you know what it costs to live in China, and it's so cheap, it's unbelievable.
You just told me that they could buy a penthouse. That's what you told me.
No, I just told you the price of a penthouse.
Oh, so okay, I don't know what you were referring to then. You were trying to make life sound better in China. I don't know why you would do that.
Why wouldn't I? They have a great standard of living. They have better technology. They have better infrastructure. They're in every way better.
You know, in some chances, they're in China's in every way better than us. You
Just
actually
about,
think-
yeah.
Okay. That's why I'm not a liberal. So China has nets over their factories. Have you ever seen the nets that keep people from jumping out of the buildings?
Yeah,
tall.
I've heard of all that too. Did you know that we have 40,000 people that just die from guns here?
So you're
every year?
comparing. So what do you say do about it, buddy?
I'm just saying, which one's worse? You think
you're
there's
comparing-
40,000?
You're comparing something we can fix and something we can't fix.
Wait,
That's
we
what
can't
you're
fit.
comparing.
Every country's figured this out besides us.
Okay, China may not have gun violence because they have no freedoms. They have no freedoms in China. They don't have freedoms like us. What? Why are you for a communist nation who has a dictator? Why are you for a nation?
You guys are for dictators. I mean, I'm not
No,
for a
you're-
dictator.
You're saying a communist country is better than us. Go live to China then.
I'm just saying, if you want to know why their things are so good, like this is why they have state sanctioned, like they subsidize the absolute fuck out of some of their industries. They also manipulate the yuan, their currency, to be lower in value. They've invested $780 billion in our currency so that our currency will always be more expensive than theirs. So when our minimum wage is $7 an hour, that means so much more than when we say their minimum wage is X, Y, or Z.
they hate
We will
us.
never outpace them.
No, okay, why can't we?
I
Tell
just
me why.
told you.
No, okay, so tell me, what could we do to be more like China? Tell me.
I don't know. Not put tariffs on all of our constituents and slow down trade.
China doesn't rely on us for goods.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they don't need to. Yeah,
They don't need to.
they get some stuff
So
from us. They
how-
get chips from
how
us.
is-
They get all sorts
How
of
is
stuff.
China able to do that?
Well, because they have all sorts of resources that we don't have.
What resources do they have? that
Natural
we don't have?
resources. They also
Natural
have
resources.
1.8 billion people or something.
Natural resources like what?
Cobalt, nitrogen, all
Cobalt,
sorts of
nitrogen.
all sorts of stuff to
Okay.
make microchips. To
You
make.
don't think we could be a so you think just because China has cobalt and nitrogen, we will never
Those
be
are
able to
ju-
catch that?
you're trying to straw man it by only saying the two
No, I'm
examples I
asking you to
gave
give me
you.
points. Well, those were weak examples. Give me better examples.
The things that make microchips are literally probably the most important examples.
No, we can get them from other places. And also, microchips is just a small thing.
So we can't get them here, right?
No. What do you mean? We can get them from other places. We can make them here. We have some.
All right.
We have.
So like again, you're just doing this like isolationist and protectionist thing for no reason.
No, all I'm saying is, okay, you brought up microchips. So you're saying, oh, they have microchips. Let's not worry about anything else. We're just doomed. No, you leave microchips out of it, and you tariff other things. Why can't we do that? Why can't we beat China in shirts?
It's a bad idea.
Okay,
I mean, it's a bad idea.
tell me why we can't beat China in shirts. Tell me why we can't beat China in shirts.
Because if we were to copy and paste an exact factory of what China does here, our cost of living and the real estate, etc., would make our product more expensive. The rest of the world would continue to buy the thing from
would make the product more expensive. What are you talking about?
It's fucking,
what kind of economics?
It's called economics, man.
No. What kind of economics class did you go to that if you start a factory somewhere, it's going to raise the cost of living?
Dog, that's not what I said.
That's why you can't do it. No, what'd you say then? Tell me what you said.
When the cost of living is high in a place, you have to pay your workers more.
Wait, so when you're saying when cost of living is higher, you have to pay your workers more?
Yes.
No, I'm asking you, why would putting a factory somewhere raise the cost of living? That's what you said.
Because it's cheaper to live in China than here, so they can pay them almost nothing, and that's still okay.
So why is it cheaper? Okay, so you're saying the government should build houses for everybody?
Holy fuck! No, I'm telling you why.
Couldn't give me the definition of communism.
What kind of definition are you looking for? Are you looking for like Warb's dictionary? What are you looking for?
No, you're gonna have to come up with it quicker than that because I have a feeling you're looking it up right now. Just give me the definition. Give me your definition of communism.
Communism.
Just give me your definition. I don't need you to look it up. Just give me your definition.
I'm giving you my definition. Communism is the idea of let's have equality, let's have a strong state, and let's all be united under a form of communism.
Oh my
God.
That's my definition. Now, what's your definition of it?
My definition is a stateless, classless, moneyless society.
Okay, that sounds worse, but I wouldn't have given it that because China's.
No, it's literally the definition of communism.
Oh, okay, so you know it. You asked for my definition.
It is, yes, because y'all call us communists, and then you guys don't know really what it means.
No, I never said you were communist. I just said you're for a communist nation.
Yeah, and like if we're for that communist nation, I at least want you to know what we're advocating for.
No, see, and I'm saying the majority of Americans, if somebody could just explain it, if somebody could explain to everybody these comments why we shouldn't be for China and why we shouldn't be for the United States.
The thing is, you're crying at the same time that they're beating us, yet you don't want to implement anything they're doing.
No,
like
I'm asking you what would you do, and you don't have anything. Tell me what we should do.
Okay, we can absolutely, tariffs are absolutely just fine when you're targeting them, right? So like, just like you kept saying, we should undo the tariffs on everything besides this. That's exactly what we're talking about. We want targeted tariffs and do like critical industries like microchips. We can actually compete with China with microchips because it's something a little more magical than putting a shoe together. But the thing is, Trump has tariffed everything. So none of these things are going to be made here.
You think this is tariffs? If y'all think this is tariffs, Y'all are like little babies. Whenever I say we need to tariff non-essential items, you're gonna know it because we're gonna have so much money. I'm gonna cut taxes for the entire working
Who do
class.
you think
That's what I
makes?
would do.
Who do you think pays the tariff, man?
Most of it the consumer, yeah.
So you just
That's
want to
what-
re-tax yourself?
No, that's why you pass it on non-essential items. It's a luxury tax then, isn't it?
It's not just a luxury tax.
No,
No,
tell me.
foods, everything.
No, well, isn't food essential? I'm talking about non-essential items. You got to realize that's a luxury tax when you pass a tariff on a non-essential item. It's an item that people don't mind paying more for.
Again,
If
you're just
poor,
trying to
you're not-
raise money and you're slowing down trade.
No, what money are you trying to raise? What are you going to do?
We could just tax rich people and not deal with any
No,
of this. We could get to
okay,
still buy
let's
2
just-
teddy bears
let's
instead of
tax
just
rich
one.
people. Okay, I'm for taxing rich people somewhat. I'm somewhat for it, and I shouldn't be. But at the same time, what do you want to do with the money? Because our views of what we should do with the money is totally different. You want to do crazy things with the money. I want to lower taxes for everybody.
Okay, well, if you actually want to go about fixing things in society or even just paying our bills, that's a pipe dream. So that's the only way Republicans will ever get elected is they just promise you tax cuts, because they have given taboo around all of these other things so much that we can never have nice things. We can never like add social safety nets for like veterans or whatever. You guys only want to take them away. And I think it's ugly. I think it's disgusting.
Where I know Republicans for taking away social safety nets. None. We have them. We're going to keep them in place. Everybody knows
you
that.
guys just removed 12 million people off of Medicare.
No. If you want to talk about that, we can. But that's off Medicare. No, we didn't. Medicaid. Yeah, dumbass. Medicaid.
Hey,
So
I'm
you
not
don't know
jumping
shit.
on you every time you
You
say
don't know
something
shit. I'm
stupid.
just telling you. No,
Chill.
the other dude jumped on me for communism definition. I'm sorry. That was a little
I didn't
bit-
call you
that was
stupid,
out of-
right?
That was out of hand. That was out of hand. I got my get back though because you mispronounced it. I know you're a smart guy. You knew that. But anyway. But all I'm saying
It's
is
actually
he didn't
both.
He didn't cut
It's
12 million
Medicare and
people.
Medicaid.
He didn't cut 12 million people off Medicare or Medicaid.
You said you just unenrolled them or something?
No, he put in another guideline. You know what the guideline is?
What?
It's pretty simple. It's you have to work. I used to know on top of my head. I think it's 20 hours a week.
That's not the only thing that's removing people from their...
Okay, so name the other thing.
I'll just look it up.
Oh, he's gonna look it up.
Only
So he don't-
30% of the people
he don't
losing
even
their
know.
coverage. I just
He
know
don't
this
even
because
know.
only 30% of the people losing their coverage is because of the
You
work
just told me-
conditions.
You just told me that's not the only reason. And
Yes,
then I
because
asked you,
only
what is it?
30% of them are losing their coverage because of
Okay,
work
so
conditions.
Give me the other restriction the Republicans put on there then, because that's the only one I know of. Look it up real quick. It's hard for me to believe y'all because y'all act like you know you're
So,
right, but
Can,
you don't
can
even
I,
know
can
it.
I
You
explain a
gotta
little
look
bit of
up.
it to you?
Yeah, explain a
Can
little bit
I-
up to me while he
Okay,
looks
cool.
it up.
So they're doing things like they're cutting the services and the people who work at the Social Security office, right? So like we know that it takes about 18 months to receive disability benefits.
Okay.
So if you
Why
don't,
is that?
if you, hey, let me finish I'm just trying to say one sentence without being interrupted.
Okay,
man.
what you got? What you got?
That's it. I appreciate it. I really do. So when they cut the services and they don't have people picking up the phone, then you can't call anybody.
That's not the
to
only
be
thing either.
qualified. Or if you have questions about your applications, there's nobody there to answer questions.
He
So
looked
this
up
is
on
this is
Google.
just hey
He's got a
man,
better argument.
hey like 7 more seconds, bud.
Oh, he's gonna
7 more
finish.
seconds.
Okay.
This is just a little ways, and when they do that, and then they do this, and they do this. If this affects 100 people, and then this application of because they can't call and get information on it, that affects another 100 people. There's now 200 people that can't qualify for disability or welfare because they can't get a hold of anybody. Does that make sense to you now?
No, it does not make sense to me. I wanna
Okay,
see the
because I
cuts.
said 100
I
people to
wanna
keep
see
it
the
simple
cut.
for you,
I
but
wanna
this
see
is
the
actually
cut.
affecting.
No,
This is
I-
actually affecting
what's
about
your-
12 million.
What you're saying is irrelevant. I want to see what he's got on I'mRight.com. He pulled it up on I'mRight.com. Let's see what he's got.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
This
god.
matters.
Yeah, when you
You
say
could learn
things like
something
that,
tonight. If
this
you were
is
smart enough to shut the fuck up, you
You
could
can't learn
something.
even
You
debate
know that, right?
politics without using Google. You're not good at this.
stop. This isn't
Okay,
trivia
okay.
hour. This is
Okay.
whether my way of thinking is better than your way of thinking.
No, you didn't even know your way of thinking. You just thought you were right. That says you're ignorant.
No,
You
I
didn't even
used
know-
I used deduction, and
No,
here
you had to look up
I'm sorry I
something.
didn't memorize this, dude.
See, you're supposed to analyze both sides. So after this, are you going to get off and analyze my argument? No, you're
Yes,
just going to
that's what I'm
analyze.
here.
No,
I
you're not.
debate
Okay, so
all
let me
day.
give my
I ask
argument.
for your
Okay,
side all day. It's
let's
my
do it.
job.
Let's do it. I'm going to give you the other side of the story. Okay, your side first. Let's go.
Okay, increased cost sharing. The bill requires states to impose increased cost sharing for many Medicaid expansion enrollees with potential cost of up to $1,650 annually for a family of four.
Increased cost sharing. Hold on, that's a very vague. Hold on, that's like a headline off Google. You got to tell me what the policy was. Increased cost sharing. What cost was increased, and how is it shared? I mean, this is very simple stuff.
I know you want to dig in. I'm going to make my bullet points, and we can dig into one specific one afterwards. Okay. Immigration restrictions. Certain lawfully present immigrants will lose their eligibility for Medicaid under the law. Limits on state financing. The legislation restricts state ability to use provider taxes to finance their Medicaid programs, which are projected to reduce federal Medicaid funding to states. So that's there you go. There will be a smaller bucket for people to get into. 20% of births, by the way, are paid for by Medicaid. More frequent eligibility checks. It requires states to conduct eligibility checks more often, a change that historically increases administrative burden and causes some eligible individuals to lose coverage. And it reduces provider payments. In some states, the law will lead to lower payments for hospitals and nursing facilities that rely on Medicaid funding. 1 out of 5 rural hospitals will shut down, making medical deserts. And I'm done.
I don't think he knows he's muted.
Oh,
shit, I just muted him again. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, he's muted me. There we go. Okay, so here.
Test. Test. I can hear myself again. Can y'all hear me? TikTok can't hear me, but YouTube can hear me. YouTube, can you hear me? Okay. Test, 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 test. YouTube's good. This is so weird. I think it's TikTok. It's definitely TikTok. All right. Chat, 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 chat. I'll see y'all in just a second. BRB. Sorry, y'all. One sec. I can't even close TikTok. YouTube, I urge you to go follow me on TikTok and watch my most recent upload. More deep state censorship. Test, 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 test. Sounds like it's working now. There we go. Guys, what do y'all think of my new hat? YouTube still hears me. Test, test, test. How we doing? Sounds good? Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, TikTok crashed or something. I don't know. I think I might be in the market soon for a new interface, new Goel Solar. Thank you, Doodle. Thank you for the corgi. GG's Gomez. Cool hat, bro. You work to parties. I do. Actually just got it today. And my whole life is a party, so. Guys, has anybody seen my my scooter edit? Has anybody seen my sweet scooter vid? So much for that guess, yeah. It goes hard. Thanks, Tay. Thanks, y'all. I watch it on repeat. I was literally crying real tears when I was making that video. Yellow?
What's going on, buddy?
What's that?
So what's going on?
What's up, man? Are you a Trump supporter?
Indeed.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
Well, I want to ask a question. Who's your president?
Trump.
Yeah, that triggered you to say, didn't it? You lunatic leftist.
I'm sorry?
Yo, Trump is your president, buddy.
Okay.
And how does that feel to say? We won.
I think it sucks. I think we all lost.
We won, buddy. I know that triggers you.
I'm just
Trump is your
I'm here to
president.
debate that and criticize the current government, just like y'all did the last 4 years. I don't see what's wrong with that. Do you want to talk
Trump
about
is
it?
your president. You can't do nothing about it.
Is there
Yeah, we
some
can
sort
talk
of
about it.
resentment that makes you feel good about saying that? Like, I don't get it. I'm here to do debates.
Nah, yeah, Trump is your president. That means we want a popular vote. Most people voted for Trump. We approve of Trump.
Sweet.
Trump is your daddy.
Okay.
Okay, so we can get on talking. I love what Trump do. He changed the name to the Department of War. I enjoy that. Also with the Gulf of America. I also enjoy the immigration policy, the extension of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, the tax cuts on middle class. I enjoy the immigration policies where he's kicking all that illegal immigrants and saving our country and giving us
Saving our
giving back
country.
the jobs to actually Americans.
All right. Let's talk
I
about that.
appreciate he's actually going into the city.
Let's talk about that.
He's going to the cities and cleaning up our crime. He's saving American lives.
Sure. Okay. So, what do you think is going to happen when Trump
done.
has the National Guard leave DC? What do you think is going to happen to crime? Is it just going to pop back up?
Well, Congress is about to extend it.
So
Congress
you
want to
guys just
extend
want a
it.
military? You just guys want a police state forever in DC and Chicago?
If for the next for the next 3.5 years, buddy, if that what we have to do, that's what we have to do.
It costs a fortune. Do you guys see why we don't let y'all run the economy too often?
The National Guard doesn't do anything. I've been in the military, but I served over 20 years. I'm retired now, buddy. I served in the Army. The National Guard doesn't do anything half of the time anyway. For them to actually put some work in, it's not bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do you know what happens why they're only there for only 29 days, not 30? You should probably be familiar with that.
It's a law, buddy.
Why is it the law?
It's a law that can be extended, though.
Yeah.
The
You would
law
love
can
North
be
Korea.
extended.
They have police there all the time, Tony. Russia, it's pretty good. They have military walking the streets, making sure you don't say anything wrong. They check your phone.
How? But I've never seen the National Guard checking anybody's phone, buddy. You lying?
We do have Customs Border Patrol checking people's phone on the way in the country.
And is that bad?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Now, what they got terrorist intentions on that phone, buddy?
That's not what they're kicking people out for. They're kicking people out for having memes on their phone saying bad things about Trump.
Buddy, that was a lie told by the left-wing lunatic fake news media. I know what story you're talking
It's
about.
multiple times. There's two, right? There's two now, and then we have Hassan Piker also saying that.
2 people out of thousands and millions of people that
It's
go
not
through
a
these borders.
it's not a mystery that this is what he's doing. Do you think that's a impeding on people's freedom of speech? Do you think
They're
it's a little
not freedom of speech,
dictatorship
buddy.
esque?
They're not in this country, buddy, until they get across that customs border, buddy.
Okay, in this country, on our jurisdiction, even at the border, they do have freedom of speech.
Freedom of, buddy. Well, 2 people out of the millions of people that go through these, go through customs. And
So you guys are you guys are cheering this on. You're okay with it?
Yes, because you're going to disrespect our president of the United States. Most likely you're going to disrespect.
You have to earn respect.
Because if you're disrespecting the president, you're disrespecting Americans.
So you don't like freedom of speech? Because that's what it's for, is to criticize your
I love
government
freedom of
without
speech,
worry
buddy.
about
Nobody
retaliation.
taking away freedom of speech.
Yes,
Nobody
Trump is trampling on freedom of speech, and we have to stop him with the law. All these radical judges are stopping him.
Yeah, you're right. The radical judges.
All the radical judges that say, hey, Trump, you can't just sue law firms because they represented Jack Smith. You can't just sue them and punish them because you have a grudge. You can't just punish Harvard because you have some weird thing with Israel where you want to punish anybody from saying pro-Palestinian stuff. He even arrested, what was his name, Mahmoud Khalil, for just things he said.
I don't care. I hope they arrest Zoran Mamdani next.
Why?
Because he's a communist lunatic left-wing Muslim that probably had.
What's illegal about that?
Huh?
What's illegal about that?
I believe that he conspired.
So you don't like freedom of speech at all? You're a
I love freedom of
fascist.
speech. I'm not a fascist.
You want to arrest your political opponents because he's not the same religion as you like?
But I'm not in politics, but I can arrest anybody.
You want him arrested. You just called for him to be arrested. What crime would he be
Because
arrested
he's
for?
a communist, and that's a crime towards.
That's not a crime, and again, like he's gonna be like giving people free bus rides. He's not gonna be giving like people the means of production. He isn't. Well, actually, that's socialism. He isn't gonna be like making a stateless, classless society.
Out the bus when I got out of high school back in 1972, I think I paid to ride the bus, go back and forth from work. So why does other people get free handouts?
Pickle,
You know?
Pickle. I really think this dude is trolling. I wasted my time coming up here, but now that I'm actually listening to him,
buddy, guess what?
I'm not your buddy.
I am trolling.
I'm not your buddy.
I am trolling.
Yeah, this dude is trolling.
I am trolling.
I wasted my time, thought he was going to be an actual smart person.
No, I was.
Once he
trolling.
said
You're right,
1972, I knew he was trolling.
No, I am trolling. You're right.
Are you really just trolling me, Greg?
Yeah, I definitely was. Yeah.
You're shitting my dick, Greg? Are you shitting my dick, Greg?
Yes, I'm shitting.
I don't see what's funny about that for the simple fact that shit is actually fucking up in this country. Close to 400,000 black women have lost their job. The unemployment rate for black youth is 25%. The unemployment rate for black people right now is 7%. This is not the time to actually be trolling on people's lives.
Look, bro, we gotta have a little fun, man. I'm not gonna be crying for 4 years, buddy. I'm not gonna be crying for 4 years.
That's cool. When you want to have fun, you do something that's actually fun, not hop on somebody's live that's actually advocating and getting information out. My daughter, you can't tell if I'm Haitian, African American, Jamaican or not. I have to let my daughter walk around with her birth certificate now. I have to walk around with my birth certificate now. And I am a descendant of African slaves. This is not that kind of space. There's other lives that you can go on to that they actually do this kind of stuff and
Are you,
have fun
okay,
conversations.
bro? Look, I voted for Kamala. I understand, bro, but look, I know you might be mad I'm trolling, but look, man, we gotta have a little fun, man. I'm not finna be crying for 4 years. I don't agree with Trump,
All right.
but I'm not finna cry for 4 years.
Craig, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for a short moment, and please don't do it anymore. All right, I love you. Have a good one. All
All
right.
right, bro, I won't do it no more. Bumper clap.
All right. You just call. Oh shit! Did you just say Bombaclot? I'm sorry, Nikwana. I didn't mean to kick you. You just call me a Bombaclot? What's it mean? I don't know. It's like saying, it's like calling somebody a jackass in Jamaica. I don't think it's an insult. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. You hear me now? Thank God. Bombaclot, TikTok. Super clear? Hell yeah, W. You gotta stop resurrecting, or people will think you're Jesus. I know. I think at this point, I've done more time off than Jesus. What do I get? No one wrote a book about me. Guys, this is probably a really good moment to let y'all know that I'm now a proud owner of a scooter, an electric scooter. And it's very highly likely not going to be single for long. We're making daddy edits with it. No sound again? Motherfucker. You're fine? Okay. You guys want to see my shit? Hold on, y'all. Look at this bad boy. Oh yeah. What about this?
Candy Shark super chatted $10. Disingenuous callers don't help.
That's right, y'all. It's got a turn signal. I don't mean to brag about it. And it's got a headlight. Yeah. I'm proud owner of an Uber Eats e-bike. We would get along great. I love that. Have I test driven it yet? Oh yeah. She purrs, let me tell you. She purrs. She gets up and goes. Yeah. Picking a be lazy. Yeah, of course. Can't get a break. Do I have a leather jacket? It wouldn't even be fair if I did that, guys. Wouldn't even be fair. How do I request up? I sent you a request, actually. Am I still debating? I'm taking a sec. Nando. I think we spoke before.
Hi, Pickles.
Hello.
This is my first time entering anyone's live. And I only enter because I want you to know that bumblecloth is a bad word. It's when a woman is on her menstrual, it's bloody cloth. So that is an insult. I'm Jamaican.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, I'm
That was
Jamaican.
kind of
So I would
close, but yeah, that sounds right.
it's bumbleclots, yeah.
Bombaclat.
So someone's calling you a bloody cloth.
I've been called a Ross clot before. Is that bad
Oh,
too?
that's not bad. I'd rather be called a Ross cloth than a bumblecloth.
What is that?
Just like say you ass,
Okay.
but I'd rather be called an ass than a bloody cloth, menstrual cloth. Yeah, so
Well,
that's one of our. There's two word that you don't say to a Jamaican. Well, bumbleclot is like people use it commonly, even though it's an insult. But there's two things you don't say is go suck your mama and bumbleclot.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I've had that
that
said
one
to
you
me.
don't. That's fighting words to say that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was it. I just wanted to come. I watch you all the time. Every time I get a chance, I'm always in here listening to you, passing, spreading good stuff.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I
Yes,
love that. Thank you for coming up and telling me.
you're so welcome. Take care.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye.
I love that. Phone a friend. I have like infinite phone of friends doing what I do. What's up, bub?
Did you hear that I've had some bomba clats recently? Huh? Did you hear that? That people say that I'm not doing so good, the clots are not good. And I say, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. Like, I came up to say one thing, okay, have you seen this? How tall are you, sir? Sir, 6'5", 6'5", something like that. When he gets on the scooter, it's like a raccoon trying to drive a trash can. It just doesn't make sense. That's something the liberals would want to do. That's what the communists want. They want the raccoons on the trash cans, and it's not good. Okay, so look, you have to donate to Pickles because we have to upgrade this accessory. That's a huge word. Wow, you got to upgrade this accessory. Okay, we have to donate to him. Thank you so much, and God bless Jamaica.
Oh, that's too good. Oh my god. Yellow?
Remember me, Daddy?
Yeah. Oslo. Why? I don't know. Get back.
Your request. I did not mean to request.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I got you. Thanks for tapping, Oslo. Much love. Hoping paid you all get paid by YouTube. However many followers y'all got. Thank you, Bobby. Oh man, they ruined the vibes. Kinda. So did the sound breaking. The sound breaking has really fucked up the whole stream tonight. It's really bad. I might even do a restart. I don't know what to do. I guess tap the screen. Maybe we can get to like 20 or 30K and maybe we'll get some more people in here. It's the meds kicked in. My meds are like kicking out. Did I? Did I lose sound again? What is my shit doing? I keep getting pop-ups on TikTok. Sorry, I'm reading chat and I'm also doing it. You should get a cat? No. I like my dog. I like my dog. What time is it? It's 9:30. It's Monday. What are we doing, y'all? We already did a 2-hour live. It's okay. We can start in Power Tap. We just did that. That's what we're doing. I might have to. I think like this TikTok, this version of TikTok Studio might be glitchy. My dog does not like any animals. She's a people person. What's up, bro?
Since you were just asking, but maybe not tonight because I'm driving.
Test.
Oh no!
Did I lose you? I'm competing with the first Monday Night Football. You hear me, not the caller. I don't know if he knows. He might not know he's up here. Okay. You're competing with do. Is my message alert the Dan to Dan theme? It is, Kyle. It is. You guys want to hear my ringtone chat? Actually, I thought it was Dan to Dan. I don't know why it's that.
I just have just one thing, Pickles. You know, it's kind of tired. I'm a little sleepy, but we could just agree that we all have a subjective perspective. That's all that I have to say. We all have a subjective perspective. You know, we all have a subjective perspective.
It's deep. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. I appreciate it. We all have a subjective perspective.
For sure. This is my ringtone. Any Dan to Dan fans out there?
This time it's gonna work. I promise.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up, bub?
Can you hear me now? This time it works.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I had an idea because you were like, "What should we do tonight?" or whatever, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
made me remember something I wanted to suggest to you if you're interested. Because I heard, I think you talking about doing movie nights in
Uh-huh.
your Discord,
Uh-huh.
and I happen to work on a bunch of movies, and I was wondering if you wanted to watch one of my movies with me, like in the chat, like dropping like behind the scenes stuff about the music. I
That
thought
would
it'd be
be
fun.
sick. Yeah, I'm down for that sometime.
Do you ever watch like scary movies? I don't work
Yeah.
on like the best movies in the world. They're not Oscar nominees or whatever, but
No, yeah, I
there's
will watch scary movies.
one of the Winnie the Pooh movies or that Death of Snow White one, or there's a
Yeah.
bunch of options. But I wanted to see if you were down for that.
Yes. Yeah, I'm down. Chat. Andrew Scott Bell is a composer. He's a he writes music for movies, and he's got some awesome shit. And he's also got some really cool TikTok videos of some of the badass instruments that he uses. For like the Winnie the Pooh one, he has like I believe it's a violin that's got a honeycomb, like real bees in it.
Yeah, it was inside of a beehive for 2 years, and the bees went inside the violin and like built their nest or whatever it's called. What is it? The hive
Yeah.
inside of the violin and stuff. And then I played it on the soundtrack. And then for the sequel, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, I used the same violin guy, and he made me a cello out of a bear skull, which was really fun.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. He's got videos of both of those things, chat. You should follow him.
But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to like watch a movie with you can rip it or whatever. I don't care. Don't tell anybody I said that, but rip the movie and then we watch it in the chat, and like I'll just be dropping like behind the scenes stuff from like working on the movie. I thought it'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, we can do that. Today's Monday. Do you
When
want
do
to
you
message?
normally have? Was it like Sunday nights or what?
I do it almost every night.
Oh, movie nights almost every night.
Yeah.
All right, well I'll message you and we'll figure out a time like this week or next week or something to do it.
Okay. Let's do it.
So we
Okay.
can post about it beforehand and be like, we're watching Winnie the Pooh on Tuesday. I might lose you again because I'm driving back to the studio. And my studio's in the mountains, so I lose service on the way from LA to the studio. But
Well, hell yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna drop anyways because I think I'm probably boring your chat.
No,
And
you're
I
fine.
actually also just said I'm in an Uber. I'm in an Uber. That's the thing you're supposed to say. Yes.
That's right. That's right. With the seatbelt on, both of them.
All right. All right. Bye, Pickles.
All right. Later, man. Chat. I do have a Cash App and Venmo in the bio, and you should consider becoming a subscriber. It's like $3 for now, and if you get it now, you get locked in. Later this month, I think it changes, and we're phasing into like some $10 subscription thing because TikTok's making me. But get it now while supplies last. What up, Shadzi? Catch you later, Kyle. Yeah, it could be the tariffs. Could be the tariff. I don't know. Maybe Trump's finally getting his cut, and we can keep TikTok. Who knows? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sucks. Do existing subs go up? I'll still sub. Just wondering how it'll work. I have no idea how the transition is going to work, but I don't blame. Like, guys, I will still love you. My love is unconditional. If you can't sub to me when the price raises, I still love you. It's totally fine. I don't feel like it's a reflection of our friendship. Is Discord for subs only? No, it's for everybody. Everybody can. In fact, you need to. How do I join? Do this, guys. First of all, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to my link tree. You're going to click on the first thing. It's the Discord server. And once you're in, make sure you click on the rules and then thumbs up the message inside of the rules channel. And that'll unlock the rest of the Discord for you. And if you have any more questions, message me. Also, guys, I'm gonna shamelessly plug my new scooter video since we're just kind of checking out now. This is a masterpiece, guys. It's so good, chat. I've watched this almost as much as the GapX gets. I'm even showing leg. Yeah, y'all. I know. Could get arrested in certain parts of Texas. I did it for y'all. What kind of scooter did I get? It's one where I don't know where they installed it, but it came with a pussy magnet. I think it's the whole thing is made of it. Yours didn't come with that. It sure did. I love it. It's foldable. It's called a DXH, and I need to make a TikTok shop video for it because it's sick, and it was only 180 bucks, and it goes 20 miles an hour, and it's got headlights. It's got turn signals. It's rechargeable. I just plug it into the wall. It's fucking sick. Did I miss prayer? I almost need to pray about my scooter, dude. What's her name? What should I name her? I need y'all's help, actually. I've been thinking about that. What should I name my scooter? I was thinking Lucy. Because it slays just as hard as Negan's bat in Walking Dead. Jezebel. Ivanka. Ooh. Lauren's a great name. Should call her. I'm gonna call her Lady Liberty. It's my freedom ride. I think her name's Lady Liberty. Your mom? Yeah. Marika with the silent J is pretty cool. Is that how you pronounce your name? Marika. That's South African, isn't it? I knew another Marika. I just want to say, and you're a better person than I for debating. Much love, Ruby. Susan B. Anthony. Susie. Oh, it's Dutch? I didn't know that. Kevin. Painting you like one of my French girls soon. Damn, I should have given you a picture of me and my scooter. I really want to do a shot where I'm like taking off some badass shades. And it's that Daddy's Home song. Dun 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 Daddy's Home. And I'm like slowly looking up. I need one of those. I need to edit like that. Father figure would be a good one too. I will be your yeah. Oh my god. The possibilities, guys. Someone said it in my comments, you know, I'm the next Thorne Bradley. Just with a scooter. Yeah, there's somebody named Austrian Painter in my box. I think I'm good. I need a cinematographer. Yeah, we're short on those right now. Bad to the Bone. A-Law Terminator. Backup dancers. Yeah, sure. Guys, should I wear these in debate? Post-production degree? Wow.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Why is your name Austrian Painter, bro?
Because I love Hitler. I idolize Hitler, and he is probably the best leader this world's ever seen. You're not saying anything. You gonna say anything, Pickles?
Yeah, why do you think he's so great?
I mean, he basically had Germany behind him, and I mean, he's more popular in Germany now than he was back then, and rightfully so. I mean, have you seen the state of the world over there lately? Or are you too sheltered?
Am I
back
too
here in the
sheltered?
States?
Isn't like Germany one of the like richest, most successful countries on earth?
Yeah, and they have black people driving around cars and fucking killing people every day. So you tell me.
Just black people?
People of many cultures, but hey, it seems to be predominantly one kind lately.
You're not kidding.
I am not kidding, no. I'm the Austrian Painter.
Okay, so
let me ask you a question, right? You have a pond that has 100 fish in it, right?
Uh-huh.
13 of the fish are creating more than 55% of the problems in the pond. What do you do with those 13 fish?
I'm going to let Niquan answer this 1350 thing for you.
I mean, it's a pretty simple explanation.
Bad framing. It's bad framing.
I mean, you know what I'm asking. You're refusing to answer it because you know I'm right.
Hey, slap nuts. The FBI records that you want to use, which I know you're gonna try to use.
Oh, I'm not listening to a fucking blue gum, bro. Get me out of here.
You don't want the facts then? Oh, okay. So
what did you just say?
A blue gum. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it don't bother me. They get racist when they don't like facts. I thought me coming up on my backup page would make a difference. Clearly not. So if you're gonna use the FBI, go to the actual new FBI website. Stop using Table 49, Table 83, and etc. The FBI no longer use that. It's obsolete. I don't know what a blue gum is.
It's a
It
it's a
don't bother me.
derogatory and offensive term used to refer to a person of sub-Saharan African descent.
Oh, hey, thank you. Just make sure you put the king in front of it next time you see me on a panel.
For sure.
Like,
For sure.
the racist shit don't bother me. I don't know why they still think that shit bother them. It don't bother most of us. Because 75% of y'all won't say this shit. 95% of y'all won't say this shit in real life. It doesn't bother us whatsoever.
Wow. I think it's the third one this week. For any conservatives out there going, racism's dead. You guys are the only ones perpetuating racism. No, these guys are mask off, very proud to be out and about right now. Very cavalier with their beliefs.
It bothers them because the only people they try to go to these panels and talk to this is about is usually white people. But they don't. First of all, they don't admit what Table 49 is. Table 49 is only arrest. Arrest does
not
not mean
imprisonments, right?
conviction. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean conviction. Now
Yeah.
you can actually go to the conviction website, which is the sentencing committee website, and it will show you the actual numbers. But then when you look at those numbers, you have to subtract the amount of time, the likeliness that a black person is in there for being wrongfully convicted. This is all data that you can actually find.
Yeah.
It's a night. I thought it would have calmed down once kids went back to school, but clearly not. You could drop me that check now, brother.
All right, bro. Much love.
Much love.
Won't say what in real life. He said a derogatory slur. I won't say it again, but it's something that only a real white supremacist would know to say in the first place. Like, that guy was not cosplaying. Hello. Helplessly? Hello? They're up here by accident. I don't care who you like. Are y'all pro 2A? Yeah, I have pew-pews. I just don't think we should all have ARs. This is the first time hearing it. You're right. Yeah. Jeez. The world's a scary place, y'all. We're almost at 50K likes, by the way, y'all. I don't know if we're gonna get traction tonight. Monday Night Football. I also had a few hiccups in trying to for a third time. TikTok's definitely not going to distribute my stream if I'm spamming lives, so I might have to call it early. We're just gonna hang out with 150 people. Not that I'm too good for y'all. I love y'all. We can just hang out. I can just do a hangout stream and just hang. Might as well. I can just ride this out. We just hang out. Just chill. I can turn off YouTube and then I can put on music and play some games. I don't know if that does it for you. We can watch more scooter video. We can go scootering. I can do a scooter IRL live. We can pray about it, and that's what we're gonna do. Because we just want the Lord to take the wheel, chat. Dear Lord Jesus, I just wanna take the time to thank you for giving the audacity to all of these white supremacists to just come out and say what's on their hearts and what weighs them down every day on their shoulders. And I just don't know much about them, but I just know that I am on the right side of history when I am at the rallies and I see these just great gentlemen wearing masks, saying the N-word, and basically voting to take away my rights. I just find grace in that, and I just feel like I'm doing the same thing you did, Jesus, and just basically nailing myself to the wall and getting fricked. And I just think it makes me Christian, following in your footsteps. And I also want to say thank you for helping me discern the true meaning of the Bible. And when it says to love thy neighbor, it really means to say, fuck you. I don't want to pay for your health insurance. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And please help protect me from the hordes of women that are in my inbox because they saw my scooter highlight video. Please protect me from all of the world's viruses and infections, and just give me the will and the power to deal with it. Thank you. Amen. It's my part. It's my favorite part of the day too now. He probably did hear me. Let's talk about hate crime in Charlotte. Let's talk about all hate crime. Let's just look at the big picture, and the right is overwhelmingly in the hate crime statistics far, far more than the left. Let's talk about which ideology leads to hate crimes, not which one can stay in the news for 2 weeks. Let's just talk about the numbers. Let's do that. It was a crazy pivot. You want to appeal to emotions on an unfortunate incident that happens, and then I'll just say, yeah, here's your hypocrisy. Y'all are doing this all the time, and you never call it out. He was detained 14 times. Nice. How many times was Trump detained? 3 or 4? Then you elected him to presidency? Never. He was detained. He had to go and check in and be arrested in Georgia and in New York. And I think Florida spared him. Hello.
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, yes, sir, I am.
What do you like about Trump?
I mean, I really, really like his immigration policies. You know, he did great his last term, so You know, prices, everything was down. So
Okay.
obviously, good.
All right. I hear this all the time about how he did great his first term, and I argue that he just like didn't do anything. Didn't do anything besides tax cuts.
Which made the economy a lot better.
That's not true. That's just
Which
a
I mean,
conspiracy.
I can't really talk much about it because I was young during that time.
Yeah, so this is what they'll have you believe. Trump doing tax cuts made this insanely awesome thing happen in the economy. Everything just got cheap and everyone had jobs. It's not true. The only legislation that really made huge waves in a positive way would be like Obama era policy and all of the trends that Obama had, including unemployment, wages, the stock market, all of these things were trending down, and they decelerated in trending down when Trump came into office. And when he did his tax breaks, literally almost nothing great happened. A bunch of rich people did a bunch of stock buybacks. A bunch of rich people hoarded a bunch of money, bought up a bunch of houses. 90 or 83% of those tax cuts went to rich people. The
I'm just
0.1%.
saying. So 100% during Trump's time, my family was able to, you know, buy a house and whatnot. Due to that, so why is it a $300,000 home? You know, 2 years. You know, in the middle. So the middle of Trump's term, 2 years later. Sorry, 3 years later. So a whole year into Biden's, it was worth over 450 just due to inflation.
Because inflation. You would have to tell me how Biden caused inflation, right? Test.